Comes, kids. Hold on to your hats.
Is that so? Who made you Pope of this dump, huh?
Oh, it works today.
How'd you like to go my loan?
Very good. It's the One Virus live from Las Vegas. How are you guys, huh? Oh, we got a live audience, Anthony. We hate live audiences, but enjoy the show.
We're just not used to a live audience. No, it's usually the wee hours of the morning in that New York crap hole that we're in on a daily basis. So it's just a little different. I think being in this atmosphere, you kind of want to, go out and party and have some fun.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the show.
When we're in New York, it's nice to think that no one's actually listening to our crap.
Yeah, you just kind of do it.
You do it like, no one heard that.
Yeah.
But we're in Las Vegas and it's raining.
Yeah, not.
I think it rains once a year, and it figures the weekend we're in Las Vegas, it's going to rain on us.
But you don't really do many things outside, so it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? But although Opie might go rollerblading down the strip or something, but most people just hang out in their respective casinos and gamble, or they come into convention centers and see the latest technology or smut.
Yeah,
in Jim's case.
We're at the CES. We're going to have Laszlo from GTA.
Yes.
He's actually like a tech head.
Of course he is.
And he can make sense of all this crap that we've been walking around checking out.
That's what his show is. It's all full of new technology.
What does he do? The Technophile for XM?
Technophile. It's great. There he is.
In a few minutes. But first, we got to talk about Jimmy Norton. Little Jimmy Norton almost didn't make the show today, Anthony.
Yeah. He wasn't feeling well. Did you have a boo-boo in your tummy?
Yeah. I'm sick, and not just because I have an erection reading this Michael Jackson story. I am
We'll get into the Michael Jackson thing.
Front page of the Post today.
Very unhealthy. Yeah, I've been vomiting all morning, so...
now, why do you think, you would know yourself better than anyone else, why do you think you were vomiting? Ugh.
I was nude, and I walked by a mirror and caught a glimpse. I think it's just because I think I ate bad yesterday, and I just too much bacon on.
Wait, you ate bad yesterday, and you think?
You think you ate bad yesterday?
3 BLTs in 24 hours.
Yeah, that could be the problem.
And these are like Las Vegas BLTs. I mean, the bacon is like an inch thick. It's greasier than usual.
Not much LT.
Oh, the bread is just soaked with the bacon grease, and he's wondering why he's getting sick. But then you had that soup.
Yeah.
Which I told you not to get.
Creamy tomato soup, and I had a creamy asparagus soup earlier at another dinner.
And I can only imagine Jimmy thinking, hey, it's tomato. It's got to be healthy. It's good for me. It's made with a tomato.
Yeah,
but it's a cream soup.
Yeah. There was so much cream in it, it had like a light brown texture to it. I'm looking at it going, that doesn't look like tomato soup.
Was it a thick, creamy batch of soup, Jim?
Very viscousy.
Very hearty.
And I woke up and I...
Filled to the brim, right up to the tippity top.
Yeah.
Nice, thick...
It's like, whoa, don't spill any as you bring it to the table.
The waitress is bringing it over. Ooh, don't spill a drop. I want to eat every little bit of it. Every heaping spoonful.
With cornbread. I don't even like cornbread.
Oh. Did it have a pudding skin on it when it came over that you had to peel off? All creamy, disgusting. So no wonder you got sick.
And you just started puking when you got back to your room?
No, I woke up this morning. I knew I had to throw up, so I ran to the bathroom. And it tasted like those potato skins with bacon on them. It just tasted like bacon and cheese.
Did you had that too? Potato skins with bacon?
No, but that's just what it reminded me of.
I was going to say.
Well, Club Soda Kenny had to call all of us to say, little Jimmy Norton is not feeling well. He's going to try to make the show, guys. And then he's like, you told him it was the BLT and the tomato soup, and he goes, I think it might have had something to do with the ladies he's bringing up to his room.
Yeah. Now, if you're ingesting certain products that a human being is supposed to get rid of,
it couldn't be healthy.
Maybe that's part of the reason you're feeling a little sickly.
No, last night I was actually pretty normal. I didn't do anything disgusting last night.
I doubt that, but you mean relatively speaking?
Yeah, compared to what I usually do. Yeah, last night was fairly normal. I spent yesterday at the porn convention, and I ate bad, and that's what happened. That's why I'm sick. So if I have to run off the stage. That's why. I actually made Ben put a bucket.
Can you imagine the
I
lady?
see there's a bucket there.
Oh, no, he's got a whole thing. He goes to Ben, one of these rooms where they're doing these, huge meetings, you got to set it aside in case I got to run off the stage.
We have a vomit room just for Jimmy set up?
For Jimmy today.
Like a Roman emperor. How great would it be to vomit in front of those hot Playboy chicks? Hi, can I have your number? No.
Speaking of the porn convention, we're at dinner, and of course he has to get all the digital pictures of everybody, the celebrities. He's showing me these pictures of I guess old porn stars, right?
Yeah, a couple.
I didn't recognize any of them except for Amber.
Amber Lynn.
Amber Lynn, I recognize.
She looks really good.
But
does she still look good?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, she looks great.
And she's been in the business for a while, and that's a business that kind of chews you up and spits you out.
Yeah, 20 years.
But Jimmy said that, she's like 53 now or something?
She's got to be close to 50. If I said that, she'd probably smack me in the face.
And she still does movies or no?
No, unfortunately. She should do movies.
Well,
she's
stop
really
it.
Hot. Oh, dude, she's
no
hot.
one wants to see that.
I do.
We're at the table as he's eating his awful tomato soup and his greasy BLT.
I can still taste it when I burp.
Bubbling.
Our goal is to make you puke in front of everybody here. So he's showing me the pictures off his camera, and I don't know any of these guys, and he's all excited, like, oh, no, that's Buttman. You don't understand.
Oh, like he was taking pictures at the Oscars.
Yeah, he revolutionized the whole porn industry. Why did Buttman revolutionize the whole porn industry?
Because he did all that point of view stuff where he was following girls up steps, acting like he just met them in public, as opposed to like the stuff that was shot on film and then all the
almost like reality TV porno.
That's all him.
And he was
the master.
Buttman.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
And that made
Jimmy.
watching porn better?
Oh, my God, much hotter. I was so stupid. I used to whack my bag and go, oh, my God, I just met these girls, not realizing that they had to sign releases and all that stuff. I actually thought it was real.
Oh, so we'd walk up to him and go, hey,
you see the hand come out from the point of view. You just see the arm come out from front of the camera because he was
You're
holding
so
the camera.
gullible.
Later in the movie, it's not an arm.
The acting in those films, you're so gullible. You really thought that was
because
going down?
He would follow them up the steps. Yeah, it looked kind of realistic.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, where's Steve? Steve was at the porn convention with Jimmy Norton and Club Soda Kenny, and I guess Kenny just almost got kicked out of his second convention. Something we'll get into when we get back to New York, I guess. But you guys were doing all sorts of interviews?
Yeah, we hit the the AVN convention.
I think Steve's mic's a little hot. No, not loud. Your hat was hitting it, and it made your mic a little hot. It's just flaming.
It never goes away.
No, it never goes away.
Yeah, we hit the AVN at convention at the Sands Convention Center yesterday, and it.
There you go.
Sorry, Steve. It's okay. And we just basically went booth to booth, interviewing as many of these porn chicks as possible. And at first, I started to do it. I talked to John Doe, a porn director.
John Doe?
Yeah,
the John Doe? The porn director?
Doe. And we were talking about exactly what Jimmy was just talking about, those reality point of view pornos where the guy he holds the camera himself while he's in the act, so the people that buy it think they're in the midst of the whole thing.
Doesn't anyone make a good Dirk Diggler action movie type porno anymore?
They do, actually. There's companies that do.
He knows it all.
Dude, it's amazing. It's great. There's companies that now shoot exclusively on film with high profile stars. The acting sucks, but this genre that he's doing, it's all very, very raunchy. It's two people in a room. Supposedly, it's a lot hotter. And we're talking to him, and I did it very straight up. And I'm like, why don't we get Kenny to do this? So we wrote down a whole bunch of questions for this big lumbering doofus to go around and ask these girls. And Kenny he was fantastic. We were just going around to different booths, grabbing, not grabbing, but well, that would have been bad. Getting the attention of all these girls, and Kenny would just go off. And
what were some of the questions?
Did you make a reservation for the tsunami?
I heard one girl had no clue.
Yeah, that was actually.
I mean, how are you on Earth, on the planet Earth, and you have no clue about the tsunami? You're a porno girl, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I got to jump in. There's actually a restaurant in the Venetian called Tsunami. Which I thought was hilarious. Yeah, you asked for a drink, they splash it in your face. Yes, it's a Japanese place.
Yeah, she had no clue what a tsunami was.
No clue what a tsunami was. He asked the girls who they wanted to win the presidential election, and they had no idea. They were just throwing names.
I don't know the name.
What was the question where he almost got kicked out of that convention? We have all the audio that we'll play Monday when we get back to New York. But
we did 19 interviews yesterday. One person got really pissy with him, and it was someone at the Vivid booth got really angry with Kenny when he was asking about fetishes, and we were trying to work Jimmy into the discussion about his little golden shower fetish. Yeah, and the subject sort of migrated to fecal matter.
Scat.
Yeah,
as they call it.
It's called scat in the
all
business?
Of a sudden,
scat, Opie.
Scat.
We get this one girl gives us the most mortified look and says, I don't like these questions. Calls over her manager. Howard, get them out of here.
You're a porn.
Yeah, exactly.
actress.
Thank you.
Like, what the hell is the?
You're promoting your latest anal feature, and I'm a dirtbag.
Yeah,
But
you guys said it was something else, and she was trying to explain that it's called golden showers and.
That was.
European.
I'm sorry, that was another one.
Oh, that was another one.
That was another one.
European,
right?
Yeah.
Is that the scat?
Kenny was asking about urination
Look at
fetishes.
Jimmy's all angry with me because I don't know the lingo. What's European,
rookie.
Jimmy?
European? Yeah. It was a play on words. It was a play on.
Oh,
words.
European.
Yeah.
Oh, stop!
You just caught that, you dumbbell?
That's so corny.
Steve didn't even get it.
Well, look at him.
What?
Nothing. So we got the audio for Monday.
Yeah,
show.
it's really fantastic.
Steve, before you go, you gotta check out Jim Norton's arm hair.
Yeah.
He was letting us all touch his
Very exciting.
No, he was letting us all touch his arm hair last night at dinner.
That's funny.
I guess he's ticklish.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
More from Steve later on.
Oh, he's so excited about the
Steve.
Well, tomorrow it's cool.
porn
We're
convention.
going to be broadcasting live from the AVN,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a whole different radio show
Oh, please. Some of the guests we're going to get there.
because we're on our best behavior. I mean, Hugh
We're
Pinero
trying.
and everybody sat us down. Elo, Strelo. Now I know Hugh Pinero. His nickname is Hugo.
It's got to all end with the O thing.
Yeah, Hugo.
Hugo,
So,
Strelo,
They kind of want
Elo.
us to do like a kind of a PG radio show while we're at the CES.
Not so much for what's going out over the air, but just for the live audience.
We're doing a big commercial for a lot of these
That's
goofballs
pretty much
that
what
are,
it is.
that are checking us out,
The geeks.
showing that we can behave. So then they could go out and sell the show and sell XM satellite radio and all that.
But it's not an honest representation of the program.
No. I think tomorrow will be a little more honest.
The past day and today is what's called a lie. It's a big lie.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not the program that the Opie and Anthony show does. This is, us sitting around doing an XM commercial.
Yeah, we're just
pretty much it.
We're just kind of showcasing ourselves, right?
They get all nervous when we start talking about Jimmy's exploits and the adult video thing that's going on, and they get what if someone's out there and they see and they get upset and gee. You haven't heard us curse or anything, you know?
A couple curses.
Yeah, like the S word, but
Yeah.
they don't want the F bomb being dropped or
Know who?
it's ridiculous.
Know who I ran into last night? I was going to get some Starbucks, and of course Ben's at the bar just slamming down pints. Look at him. No, I wasn't.
Because he's sick.
Well, he was on like extra strength cold medicine and drinking beer at the same time.
Yeah, when you're taking that extra strength
And he goes-
cold medicine, you want to sit at a bar and really wash it down.
Wait, he's not Ben, by the way. He's Buljo.
Yeah.
Buljo.
But Ben's like, I went to bed at 8 and I got up at 5. And he was surprised he slept that long, but it might have been the extra strength cold medicine and a couple pints.
Hanging out drinking.
There's some of his. He knows people everywhere. I'm in the lobby of the hotel, and there's people coming up to me. Hey, I was supposed to meet Ben a half hour, 45
Oh,
minutes.
he's talking
ago. I
about he's
fell
gotten
asleep."
17 phone calls from people, and they're here to like hook up with him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knows these people.
I'm like, I know he was, I know he's under the weather, and he took some cold medicine. Maybe he's crashing.
Where is he? I don't know. He's probably in his room combing his hair with a fan and a machine gun.
So sad you're sick today, Jim.
Oh,
Yeah, take away his puke bucket and get.
Yeah, I know.
You can get even with him.
Go ahead. I'll just
And then Ben, before the show in the green room, is telling us that we're not doing Vegas right because
Oh.
No.
What
That's
were
not
you
what I
saying?
said.
No,
Ben
I said-
Vegas. I want to call him Ben Vegas.
Well,
No,
Ben,
I
Ben
said-
has like a theory on Vegas. He
No,
says that the first time you come to Vegas, you just let it all out, right?
Well, no, you were saying we're all going to bed early, and I said I went to bed early, and I thought about it last night. I'm like, but the first time you come to Vegas, you go completely nuts. Today, I haven't
And then
even, I
to
finally
everyone
gambled.
was like, "This is the first time we've been to
I
Vegas
didn't
in
realize-
like quite a few years, anyway."
Yeah, but you've been here before.
Yeah.
And Opie's been here. And Jim Stroh.
I think it gets ugly after this radio show.
Tonight will be our night
Tomorrow
to go
will
out and have
definitely be
fun.
an awful, hungover type radio program.
I went right to the tables after this show yesterday. Went right to the table, but what I didn't realize is we should probably go back to the room and nap. Take that nap after the show because we kind of get up early to do this, and then spend the rest of the night hanging out because by 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, what the hell happened to us? I was shot. I've been sitting at the table for 6-7 hours or whatever it was, and I was shot. I looked at the watch expecting to see 4 in the morning, feeling like that. And it's 7 o'clock at night.
Now, did you win any money last night?
No, I dropped like 200, but I was playing for a long time, and I screwed up. It was one of those things where you do the slow build and you're fine. You'll watch your chip stack go up, and then when you're ready to leave, you kind of do those bonehead moves where you, all right, let me try to double this, or I'll make some big bets, and I'm due, that kind of thing, and you break your strategy, and you wind up giving back what you had won plus more.
Right.
And that's kind of what I did, but I felt like I wasn't really blowing it big time because it was kind of money that I had for food and stuff.
It was
I hadn't been to the ATM yet.
It was just kind of like bar cabbage that you had
stuffed
in the front of your pocket.
Because we hadn't gone out.
What about that guy that just was messing up the whole table?
This is when I went to the minimum bet for quite a few hands because the guy showed up. Everyone that comes to Vegas, Atlantic City, wherever you are, the guy shows up at the table. It was kind of a young guy in a suit, probably here for the convention, a little tipsy. He sits down, pulls out, we're at the $5 minimum table, hanging out. He pulls out a $20 bill and gets 5 chips, or 4 chips.
Four.
What is that, 5, 10, 15, 20? 4 chips.
They threw him an extra one.
That math.
That math can be a bitch
Stuns
sometimes.
me sometimes. Yeah, he gets his 4 chips, slides his $5 in on the circle, and he's dealt something like a 9. Not a 19. He's got 9. And the dealer's showing a face card. Comes around to him, and he goes, I'll stick. And the table now just starts looking at each other like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. We got one of these guys on board that has no clue what he's doing.
He's got 9.
He's got a 9. He's sticking with the dealer showing a queen.
Unbelievable.
So the dealer goes, you got a 9. You hit that. And he looks around and he goes, oh, hit me. And then the dealer goes, no, you got to tap if you want to hit or wave it off if you want to stay. He goes, oh, and he starts waving. And then the dealer's like, no, you want to hit, tap the tap. And now we're all just panicked looking around the table. I'm looking at my bet like, bye, whatever it was, because this guy's just going to screw up by the numbers. And later on, he's, the dealer's showing that 6, and he's pulling a 14, and what does he do? Hit me! And the table wanted to, right in the face. You get those guys. They come on. Sometimes you get a real good table going, and everyone knows each other. Sometimes people stop hitting, knowing that a face card hasn't come up in a while, seeing that the guy next to him has an 11. He's going to double down, let him get the chance to hit in the face, and the table's like working with each other.
Right.
And it works well. Then someone leaves, and you get a new guy coming. You're like, here comes disaster, and that's what you had to deal with. So I'm just putting out $5 until this guy left.
We all got to get a table after the show.
Oh, hell yeah, all of us should hook up.
And...
Oh, Ben, were you playing a little last night? How'd you do?
I'm down about $40. I know I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah, not bad.
I was winning on the electronic blackjack with Laszlo.
Oh, you playing the right at the bar?
I won, but I won $20.
I actually lost $350 on a machine called Prostitute.
There you go.
Yeah, you were playing the ATM machine.
You play that a lot.
Yeah. Well, you are gambling. I don't wear bags, so.
Yeah, that is gambling. You are taking quite a risk.
I noticed you have your back to the crowd. You don't even want to know the looks you're getting
I don't care.
when you say what you're saying.
I'm just not feeling too well, so I'm kind of.
Do you want Ben, the girls from Playboy? Why don't we get them up to say hi real fast before our first break, and then we'll get Laszlo on after the break. Everyone knows who Laszlo is from Grand Theft Auto.
Most people that are feeling a little ill, Opie, they take their temperature or whatnot. I don't know, maybe here there's so much new technology here. They have a T-cell counter here that maybe we could get Jimmy to take a test. You really do take some chances here in Vegas.
Yeah, it just can't happen to me.
You're playing the old...
Oh, the girls aren't here?
Playing the old bareback, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's all good.
God.
Where are the girls, Ope? They're not here. So why don't we take...
Where are they?
They're going to come back. So
okay.
We'll do Laszlo and the girls from the Playboy channel after the break.
I want to wear condoms on my hands handling the chips sometimes with some of the people at the table. Ugh. You get these like Asian guys just smoking and coughing into their hands, and then they lose and you win the same amount, and the dealer just slides their chips over to you.
Right.
Like, I don't want this guy's... He's got SARS all over his chips.
You know what?
Jimmy's a pro. He don't care.
While you were gambling, I had to hang out with the agent, super agent Bob Eatman.
That's your problem. I abandoned Bob.
I'm starting to understand it is my problem.
I don't understand why you didn't just ditch Bob. It was an easy ditch.
Our agent came from L.A. to, I don't know, did we have a big meeting in one of these rooms? I don't even know. I fell asleep because it was him and his buddy there that are two of the most boring guys on the face of the earth.
I couldn't believe I was in Vegas and bored out of my mind. And then I just looked and said, oh, it's because I'm here with Bob.
And Bob's like, hey, you want to play some, you want to gamble a little bit? What do you have dinner plans? I'm like, Bob, just get on a flight back to LA.
Did he get
your family's
chips?
Missing you.
Did he get chips and ask the dealer for a receipt?
That's Bob.
Oh, wait, can I have a receipt for those, please?
That's our agent, yes, Bob.
Taxes, you know.
So
what a dullard.
I finally ditched him.
Why would you hang with... I'd rather eat tomato soup out of Voss's ear right now. Why would you spend any time with Bob?
I really don't know.
I did. I cut out. I took the trip back to the hotel, and Opie's like, I'm going to hang out for, a little bit longer. And I was like, why would you do this to yourself?
Oh, I got you bad, though, in the green room.
Oh, you ditched me with somebody.
Well, she's a very nice girl, and she's a big fan of the show, but she likes to talk a lot.
Talking. Just yapping. And Opie comes up with a great excuse. It was really good because you even fooled me for a second.
We're in the green room, and this. I think she works for XM. She's definitely cool. I mean, she gets the job done, on her show.
But it's nonstop
talking. We couldn't get a word in, and I didn't know where one sentence stopped and one began. It was just one, long sentence.
And to tell you the truth, when you get done with the radio show, you kind of want to stop talking for a little while. You don't really
want to wind down a little bit, right? So,
yeah.
And Ant and I have played this game for years. We try to figure out how we're going to get out of that situation.
And we ditch him on the other person.
And all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot. I got to talk to Bob really fast before he leaves. And I just ditched you in that room.
Yeah, he walks out. Oh, but you didn't just leave. Right before you shut the door, he peeks his head in and gives this smile like, I just screwed you, ass. And now I'm sitting there with him. She's talking. And I was like, oh, what time did they say the car was coming to pick us up? And my girlfriend goes, oh, any minute now. So we walk outside, but then we're standing right in front of the door to the room that we just left, saying we had to leave immediately for like 10 more minutes. And I think after 10 minutes, she walked out and saw us still standing there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the giveaway, too.
But she
didn't stop talking.
Definitely nice, but... All right, we'll take a break. We'll get Laszlo here to talk about CES, because there is a lot of cool stuff that they're showing off here.
Yeah, we don't know a lot of the stuff that's going on, but he's definitely plugged into the whole thing.
And we got Julie and Tiffany from the Playboy channel.
Ooh.
You see the creeps that were getting pictures with the girls?
Yeah, I saw a few of them.
I think they're all gone, so we can talk about them now.
It's never. It's always creepy when guys take picture with Playboy girls.
I want to see if they're going to be honest, because these guys lining up, they were scary. And
Always
they all
creepy.
wanted pictures of the hot Playboy girls.
What do you do with those pictures? I mean, it's nice to have and everything, but it's not like a picture of De Niro with you. You show it, everyone knows who it is. What do you do with the hot girl picture?
You're still rubbing it into him.
He
doesn't have the De Niro picture.
Yesterday, there was a picture of De Niro in the paper with some architect. And I was like, look at an architect gets a picture with him and not little Jimmy.
Well,
nothing.
The reason I don't know, they get pictures of these Playboy girls, so they just want to show their stupid friends. Like, here's
but what is it? It's not like they came over and you were hanging in a bar and the girl found him exciting and decided to take a picture. It's a line of guys taking pictures with these Playboy chicks.
Yeah, it's silly.
All right. Going into break, remember we were talking to Kevin Kennedy yesterday?
Yes.
And he's going to do Major League Baseball coverage for XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah.
A really cool guy, by the way. I think we're going to try to get him on the show on a regular basis doing some baseball stuff
He's
for us.
such a sports guy, too.
Yeah,
He's got the look and the attitude and everything.
But he has no problem telling the stories.
No, I understand that.
He got into the steroid thing, which I didn't think he was going to yesterday.
You could definitely tell he was that guy that was just really good in gym class when you were like just a jerk off, walking around there, stumbling around, not knowing what to do. And he was always... the guy that got picked first.
Yeah.
Just your typical sports guy.
Walk around in a towel, you couldn't take your eyes off him.
All right, so we were mentioning the Earl Weaver clip.
Oh, right.
And he said that he has the clip. And I think...
Are we allowed to play this?
Well,
ooh.
Well,
Is Elo going to come over and hit a button?
It's going to get a little saucy out there.
A little racy, a little blue.
It's going to get a little saucy, everyone.
Oh.
It's Earl Weaver just losing his mind after a game, I guess. It was the post-game show or something. It's one of our favorite clips. We haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
And we'll play this going into break. And when we come back, it'll be Laszlo and the girls from the Playboy channel. It's Opie and Anthony live from CES in Las Vegas, Nevada. Check this out.
Now, the Manager's Corner, with the thoughts and opinions of the American League's winningest manager, the Orioles' Earl Weaver. Today's show is sponsored by Baltimore's sixth best, your area Oldsmobile dealers. Anderson Olds, Schaefer and Strominger Olds, Lee Oldsmobile, Metro Olds, City Olds, and Stuberger Olds. And now, to the Manager's Corner with Earl Weaver.
Well, Bill Whitehouse, Earl, that certainly is an answer. From Frederick, Maryland, wants to know why you and the Orioles don't go out and get some more team speed.
Team speed, for Christ's sake. You get fucking goddamn little fleas on the fucking bases, getting picked off, trying to steal, getting thrown out, taking runs away from you. You get them big cocksuckers that can hit the fucking ball out of the ballpark and you can't make any goddamn mistake.
Well, certainly this show is going to go down in history, Earl. Terry Elliott of Washington, D.C. wants to know why you don't use Terry Crowley as a designated hitter all the time.
Well, Terry Crowley's lucky he's in fucking baseball, for Christ's sake. He was released by the Cincinnati Reds. He was released by the fucking goddamn Atlanta Braves. We saw that Terry Crowley could sit on his fucking ass for 8 innings and enjoy watching a baseball game just like any other fan, and has the ability to get up there and break one open in the fucking ninth. So if this cocksucker mind his own business and let me manage the fucking team, we'd be a lot better off.
Well, certainly you've made your opinions known on the fans' questions about baseball, Earl, but let's get to something else. Alice Sweet from Norfolk wants to know the best time to put in a tomato plant.
Alice Sweet ought to be worried about where the fuck her next lady's coming from, rather than where her next goddamn tomato plant's coming from. If she'd get her ass out of the fucking bars at night and go hustling around the goddamn street, she might get a prick stuck in her once in a while. I don't understand where these questions are coming from, Tom. That's about it from Manager's Corner. Go fuck yourself, and the fuck with your show coming up next on the Baltimore Oriole Baseball fucking Network.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Live from Las Vegas.
It's like watching a bunch of retards trying to hump a doorknob out.
Yeah, that's what we do. Because we're perverts. That's right, stupid.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM202.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
So be it. Fret no more. To secure pieces. To prepare for war. So be it. Settle the score. Touch me again with the words that you will hear evermore.
And we're back, broadcasting live in Las Vegas, Nevada at the CES. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. We got the girls from the Playboy channel coming up in a few minutes, Anthony. Julie and Tiffany. They do a great job on that channel, man. I think it's Florentine's favorite channel on XM Satellite Radio, right?
Yeah, he likes Playboy very much.
Really?
Well, he likes it because, you know, he's driving to a lot of gigs, and didn't you tell me he has to bring tissues in his car just because of that channell?
Yeah, he said he's actually pulled over and whacked his bag because he can listen to him, which I kind of respect.
We'll have to bring it up to the girls face to face. But first, we're going to bring in Laszlo.
Yeah.
Laszlo is probably the coolest guy on earth. And I'll tell you why.
Legend.
Because I got to gamble with Ben last night.
Oh, you were gambling with Ben?
Yeah.
I got to
How'd that work out?
Oh, dude, he's like the Tasmanian Wookiee. That video poker, he's just nuts.
He doesn't know what he's hitting half the time.
No, he's herking, jerking, hitting buttons.
He's like, oh, I didn't want to hit that yet.
Hold it. No, I want one.
Right.
Is he gossiping all night, too?
Oh, dude, and I'm like betting really slow because I like to make the money last.
Right. Dude, the Eagles are going to be playing Wynn's place for the next 2 years, but no one knows it yet.
It hasn't been announced. They're trying to get me back.
Like his hands are slapping, and then meanwhile, I'm going so slow, my machine freezes up. So the bartender, I barkeep, you know, I'd like to gamble here, and he comes over and he's like, give it a whack. And I'm like, pardon me? This big piece of electronics, you want me to just Fonzarelli it? And so I'm like beating on this thing, waiting for security to come over. He's like, that ain't working, kick it. And so I'm in the MGM Grand, like, kicking this machine.
Wow.
And then
did it free up?
No, the woman had to come over and do the control, delete, or whatever.
That's actually the same advice you give if a child is misbehaving.
Right.
Whack it a little, then kick it.
But he's the coolest in our eyes because he got us in GTA San Andreas.
That was very cool.
But I was asking him at the bar, I'm like, dude, when do I get to hear myself? I've been playing the game for a month and a half. He goes, are you 2/3 of the way done yet? I'm like, Well,
it'll take a while.
I think I've done 5 or 6 missions because he told me, he goes, most people, when they play GTA, they get through half of the game and then they start screwing off. Because it turns out to be cooler to just screw off after a while.
Or they decide to go get their wizard cloak and stop playing entirely.
That's true. They go to
that?
different games.
Right.
I've been playing EverQuest 2.
Are you done?
It's never done. That game is never done. You just keep playing it.
Finish
You're
that game.
ever questing.
You know when the game's over? When you finally die.
That's pretty much it. I still have my account for the original EverQuest, and there's no way I could cancel it. I haven't played it in months, but I keep paying it, and you just can't cancel it. All the work and years that went into building that character, you can't just eliminate it. So they have figured out a way to have people pay them for a service you no longer use.
It's brilliant.
It really is brilliant.
Yeah.
And geeks all over, including me, just keep
and there's so many of those games coming out now. Like at the Electronic Entertainment Expo last year, everybody wants one of those games where they can get people to play $10.
Yeah.
And they're really into it. And then they're in love with that character.
You know what it is though? It's kind of it's kind of tooting the horn for EverQuest and EverQuest 2 even, because it's hard to come up with a good game in that whole massive multiplayer online gaming. It's so many of them out there that just suck.
Oh, absolutely.
They stink. You need so much content in those games that you're kind of finding something new or different to do on a daily basis. Some of them are so linear and so just boring. But you play EverQuest 2. There's plenty of stuff going on in there, and that's kind of what hooked me into it.
Have you guys looked at the rest of the show at all?
We just in the general area. We saw the Hummer with the 12 screens.
That's always necessary.
And with the rockets on the side of the thing as you're driving. What are the rockets for?
I don't know.
Those are big bazooka speakers.
This is the most ridiculous haul of the whole show.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is enormous. Just football fields and football fields of nonsense. And this is where all the car stuff is. Like, oh, I need neon under there, and the booth babes in this hall are the raunchiest of the entire show.
I like that.
The raunchiest. Because, I mean, you go to each one and it's like, oh, great, more car speakers, that looks kind of the same. Oh, but they got chicks. They got chicks bending over inside the car, playing. What I really love is when they get head-to-head video gaming inside the car, so you can, be in the back seat and playing against somebody in the front seat.
That's cool.
That's kind of the whole thing with a lot of the onboard video in the cars is kind of new. Before that, what did they just have? Was it all audio, and that was it when you come to these shows?
Yes.
Years ago, it was just how many speakers could you fit in these things?
The migraines you would get in this hall. Whoom, 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 whoom. It was like you were in the Bronx.
Yeah,
It was out of control.
Just everything rattling.
Right.
But now it's all about the video, so it's kind of calmed down with people trying to blast your ears out.
And they've got this dish over there that I just checked out from RaySat that you get internet to the car. And it's a wireless mode too, so that you can have several different people on their laptops in the car, all online, all doing separate things.
And it's like a Wi-Fi in your car.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Jesus.
And I was talking to the guy. I'm like, oh, so this is great. So I can be downloading porn while driving,
watching a movie,
in a chat room. Oh, and then there's the driving part.
Yeah. I got to drive this thing.
Got to drive this thing.
We saw some vehicles with little TV monitors in the steering wheel. Now, if that isn't for the driver, because they could get away with it by saying, well, this TV's for the passenger, that's why we put it over by the glove compartment or something like that, or on the visor. But when it's in the steering wheel, it's pretty much the driver's TV screen.
And the ridiculous thing is, they're like, well, the car has to be in park. It will not run. And then you start talking to the guy at the booth for a while, and he's like, well, there's a switch on the back. You switch it, and then you're watching, Debbie Does Dallas when you're going down the road.
God, just a little switch.
You make a right-hand turn on the money shot. It looks like it's coming in on her feet.
So what else have you seen at the CES?
Ben, gambling.
Yeah.
I saw this Swiss Army knife. It's got the USB memory thing in it.
Oh yeah.
How is this gonna ever come? Dude, there's more garbage at this show, and all these other tech radio show people come in, but the revolution's here, ladies and gentlemen. And I come in, I'm like, God, half of this is garbage.
Just trash you'd have in your drawer somewhere, never use it.
Right. I mean, when you go up, any man that would buy something called the Pocket Surfer is just like.
The Pocket Surfer.
There's all these devices now that are going to be portable video devices, so that you can sort of record stuff from your computer into it and take it on the road.
Mm-hmm.
there's also some TiVo-like devices, so that it sits next to your digital video recorder, and everything that you record goes into that as well. So when you're going to be on the bus or the train on the way to work, you can watch all your favorite shows. So you're basically taking your TiVo with you.
Right.
So
that's not too bad, though. That's kind of, I could see actually
cool.
maybe using that. Although, what's wrong with the DVDs and the DVD player on the bus or the plane or something like that?
Well, TiVo, you can get TV. You can get live TV. You can't get it with a DVD.
Yeah. I barely watch live TV anymore. Never mind record it.
No kidding.
It just stinks. Everything now is DVDs. That's it.
Well, everything now is reality garbage.
Well,
yeah.
There's a story about reality TV on CNN, right? The rat guy.
Oh yeah.
Someone is suing Fear Factor.
Now you would think the
Over
first
one of their episodes.
One of the lawsuits from Fear Factor would be somebody maybe being on the show and getting injured, or something. Because I watch the show sometimes. I wonder how the hell people don't die on this thing. And it was the rat eating episode. You said you had seen this?
Yeah, I think was it the one where they put the rats in the blender?
Yeah, they were blending rats and then eating whatever was in the blender.
Nice, right?
Blended rat.
Hello, PETA.
Yeah, I'm sure they were none too happy.
We did rat eating on our program about 3 years ago.
That's how we met Frenchie.
Frenchie, right.
The annoying French chef.
We got a French chef to actually cook up a rat. I mean, these were, Subway rats. They were disgusting. They weren't
big, man. They were huge.
Yeah, they weren't from like a pet store. These were the real deal. And we got 2 cooks. We got a French chef, and then just some guy that reminded us of Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, no joke. And
this guy pretty much skinned him, shoved a stick in his mouth, and rotated it over an open flame.
Right.
And then the French chef guy, he's Frenchy now on the show, he made rat au poivre that people that ate it were asking for seconds.
Really?
And this was supposed to be, he ruined the contest because it was supposed to be so disgusting that the person that wouldn't eat the most of it, they were eliminated, and then the person that ate the most would win the prize. And people were like, you got any more of that?
Yeah, amazing.
I prepared it in an au poivre pepper sauce, gently sautéed with mushroom, and it was fantastic. The scent of rat wafting through the studio was making everyone hungry.
It smelled good, right?
Yeah.
I remember. Well, we still didn't taste it, but... And then the other guys was just a bloody mess.
People were puking with the other guys.
Yeah.
It was the same meat.
So anyway, Fear Factor did this rat blender thing.
Yeah, now they're being sued, not by a contestant, which is what I thought it was going to be. Somebody at home was watching it and started vomiting from watching it. So they're suing Fear Factor. It doesn't have a dollar. Oh, wait, $2.5 million? $2.5 million.
Fair.
That's fair for throwing up, for watching a show and throwing up.
So can I now sue Mariano Rivera for blowing that lead?
It really stinks.
And he threw up, and because he was disoriented, he ran into a doorway, which is going to be funny to watch. But, being sued. Fear Factor.
Did you guys have anything to do with the doggy outside? There's the doggy was deflated this morning.
Was it deflated?
Yeah, an enormous,
that's such
the
a
enormous
strong
doggy. I figured you had somebody knife it.
Leaking air like the company's leaking money.
I don't understand why we get blamed for everything that happens.
I know.
Everything.
Oh, vandalism. Must be those guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually saw a phone yesterday smaller than Ben's.
Really?
I swear to God, it's like a Tic Tac. It's like you eat it and talk on the phone or something.
They're kind of running out of things to do with the phones.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
And I'm one of the biggest suckers with the cell phones. I want the latest, newest cell phone. I want to be able to surf the internet with it. I want video. I want to be able to take nice pictures, not these archaic pictures. I need some, I need some megapixels in there. And then I buy one, and a week later, there's something better, or that they say is better.
But you know what? You buy the phone, you feel good about yourself. I got the latest technology. Look how cool this is.
Yeah.
And then it takes one stupid person to come up to you with a better phone. You're like, oh, my phone's crap.
Yeah.
Where do I get yours?
And then you buy that one, and it
ends.
turns out to be crap. I don't know. They just don't quite have it yet. I want to be able to surf the internet on my phone the way I do on my computer. And it's just not there. You get these crappy websites that are just made for your phone, and they're awful. Half of them you can't get to. They take so long to download anything. You're not getting graphics.
They do have it,
but
though,
you're
but they
not.
won't release it. They just won't release it until everybody buys this one. Then they release the next one. It's sick.
Yeah, there's
They
no
do have
real set format either. They're kind of different formats for it.
Yeah.
And, I just want to, like they show on the commercials.
Did you
People
see
surfing?
You see any cool phones out there? Did you go to the phone area? We haven't even found that area.
We haven't
yet.
left the obnoxious car area.
No, I went to the home theater section.
Oh, you did?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to check out the karaoke section too. That is, dude.
Oh, stop.
Dude, it's full of Asians.
Were the Asian guys there? They love the karaoke.
It is out of. There's one that I checked out yesterday. I was talking to the woman, and it's got pitch correction technology on it. So when you're singing like garbage, it like the computer kicks in and takes you to the right key.
It'll put you on the right key,
like,
no matter what you're sounding like.
No, the point is for you to sound stupid.
Right.
Of course. That's what's.
Hit me with your best shot.
Unbelievable. The Asians, they love the karaoke. A whole section.
A whole section
and
of
there are
karaoke.
people doing it.
Oh, it's nuts.
And they
Christ,
love to gamble.
And I was talking to them, and I go, "Is this ever please going to just go away? I mean, can we be done with this?" And she's like, "Oh no, the market, and it's really coming to the United States now. It's going to be in like every bar." And I'm like, "Well, this is why I stay home and get drunk."
Yeah, definitely don't want to hear that. I'm going to have to go over there. We might have to tape some of these people singing.
While you're over there,
the
see if you can get Kevin a new mobile phone so that every time you call him, it doesn't sound like he's holding a drill up to it.
Oh man,
your boss is he your boss?
Strelo?
Yeah.
Stralo's one of them.
Whatever. He's one of the.
I guess
the mothership of executives.
Technically, he's one of our bosses.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he's the head guy at Talk Programming, and we're Talk Programming.
If he wants to feel like he's our boss, sure, okay, we'll give him that.
Yeah, okay.
But he does have the worst phone.
It is the worst thing. I will never buy a Trio after hearing him.
I have a Trio. I refuse to use the phone part.
No, I don't use a phone.
I'll surf the internet. I'll get my email. A little this, little that. But yeah, he calls. It's ridiculous.
It sounds like he's got a power drill right up to it. He's like, Laszlo, hello. Oh, here we are in the information age. Great.
Brushing his teeth with a dildo.
Oh, we got Frenchie on the line. Should we go to him real quick?
Oh, of course.
All right, let's say hi to Frenchie. Hey, Frenchie, what's up?
Hello, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You think you could keep it a little clean for our live audience today, Frenchie, instead of that potty mouth?
Thank you for letting me know. Otherwise, I was going to swear like a sailor.
You got anything for the show today, Frenchie?
Yes.
We're just happy that we mentioned you.
Well, yes, I know. You were talking about the rat, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. And that people loved it when I cooked the rat with a little sauce of poivre.
Remember when you did that? That was awesome.
You might want to reiterate that again. What happened?
So what's up, Frenchie?
We'll make some snakes the next time, if you like, guys.
Snake? You can cook up snake?
Of course I can. I can cook anything. I have alligator in my freezer at work.
How about you cook up some material?
Yeah. Not for nothing, but Andrea Yates made a funnier call to 911.
Oh, are you there too? You haven't lose your mind in Vegas, huh, Norton?
Well, he has
whores around.
He has an upset tummy.
I'm sick, man.
Oh,
he's sick.
Poor little Jimmy.
He's got nothing.
You have nothing today, huh, French?
I think
no, I'm
we
going
better
to
make
work
use of that stylus.
Oh, okay. Frenchie, thanks for calling.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Ugh. He was just very excited that we talked about his rat cooking. He had to call the program. Anything else that you've seen, Laszlo? Worth mentioning?
Nah, it's garbage.
It's just all garbage. I got to take a walk because this place is huge, and I haven't been to the home center.
Yeah.
Opie was there. What is it, set up like real homes?
It's amazing.
They got living rooms and stuff.
The home automation stuff, there's so many companies pushing this, and it's from a complete paranoia level.
Really?
Oh, it's nuts. It's just like, your kids could die, so you need a sensor, so the second that they open any door in the house, it pops up in an instant message on your computer at work.
You got to go over there. It's amazing.
That the kid has left cell block C and now he's in the
this guy was showing me. Well, they've got the watches for kids now, so that parents can get online and see their exact location on a map at any time.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's like it. Why don't you just give the kid the ankle bracelet? Just ridiculous.
How many parents are going to use that for the kid's safety? But you could also use it to see where your little girl is at night. Maybe she says she's going to a movie.
Yep.
Right.
You can pop it up and see if she's at a certain address and not at Jimmy Norton's house.
You see the little blip on the map going up and down real fast. And you know what she's
What's even more ridiculous, on the map you can set red zones. Like Jimmy Norton's house, you can make a red zone.
Get out of
And
here.
when the little blip goes up,
The alarms go off.
Right.
So if there's some boy that she's not supposed to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
How about
It's
that?
getting
Dude, there
nuts.
are going to be more psychologists making tons of dough in about 15 to 20 years.
How about technology's probably there to have somebody, if you don't want your child hanging out with a certain person and you get into cahoots with their parents, you'd give the kid another watch, and then if the two get together,
they explode.
The alarm would go off, or it explodes and blows their hands off.
And then Ted Nugent can hold it or hold the thing. And you know how easy is that going to be to conquer? You just take the watch off and leave it in the library.
Well, if you take it off, it might set off an alarm too, like the ankle bracelet would. You could really get into some really scary stuff with this technology.
Oh, they even have this guy was showing me a dog bowl yesterday, so that if the water, the dog drinks all the water or whatever, you get a message on your phone.
Really?
I was like, dude, we do not need this much information, man.
That your dog is out of water. What happened with leaving the toilet bowl lid open? Dogs are fine as long as the toilet's open.
They should put a sensor on his ball so if he licks your face 5 minutes after he licks them, you know.
Dude, they had this taser set up over there where this guy said, I will give you $100 if you can grab this out of my hand. And they hooked the two electrodes up to you and like a foot away, and there's all these like cocky frat boys over there like, yeah, I'm gonna get $100, watch this. And the guy holds up the $100 bill, and the frat boy's about like 2 feet away looking at all his buddies going, yeah, we're gonna be the strippers tonight. And he goes, go, and the guy hits the button, and his face goes it just wells up and stuck, falls over on the ground just like a rock.
That was a great face for radio. It made us
wow.
The tongue goes out to the side.
They're really tasering people at this place?
At this demo, it was unbelievable.
Oh, fantastic.
That really is
I was waiting for like the heart attack. I mean, the legal forms they decided was
I'm sure.
We will not sue us.
Our show.
Right.
Can we get that for the studio?
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
For studio, how great would that be on a date? Hey, are you in the mood? Well, that sounded like a yes.
All right.
Well, I'm going to have to take a walk. I'm missing everything. All I'm seeing are stupid cars with videos in
the
them.
home section is just off the hook.
Got to go
in
over
this
there.
building or no?
It's dude. I don't even know. I think that part is in another state.
Yeah. The most ridiculous thing I've heard of so far was the Wave Runner with a TV in it. Because when you're out on the waves on a personal watercraft, what you want to do is be watching television.
It's all about video this year at CES.
It is.
Like he was saying earlier, even satellite radio, we're all bragging about the video technology that's coming.
Yeah, they got the big Escalade over there, and there's some type of video in there.
Dude, when they start streaming video of this show to people's cars,
oh yeah,
you are going to get sued 800 ways from Sunday.
Absolutely.
There are going to be people, cherry darts, I hit a school bus.
Yeah. I got a rod. I got caught in the steering wheel. I hit a bus.
Hey, can we do cherry darts tomorrow? At the porn convention? Are they allowed to get naked over there?
No, the Venetian's very strict.
Oh, really?
They're real C blockers. They are. I was walking out yesterday, and there's this girl, hot, like I think she was a whore. She had like a half of a little bikini bottom, and she was dressed, but the security made her wrap her coat around her waist.
You can't walk around with like a thong?
No, it wasn't a thong though, but it was like short.
I don't mean
shorts.
her, I mean you.
Oh yeah, no, on my face, but I can't see. Yeah, no. So they made her put a jacket over it. Because you have to dress appropriately when you're, robbing somebody of their children's college tuition. Scumbag casinos.
There's, I heard that they show videos at the displays, but they have to be edited, like no money shots.
No, they're dirty though, but they can't show,
They can't show like money shots.
Everything, right.
Yeah, wow.
Anthony, let's go to the phones. Henri wants to comment about Frenchie's last phone call.
Henri, he's the new Frenchie.
Yeah.
Because Frenchie sucks so bad on the air that the new Frenchie
and I believe Henri, he knows Frenchie just bombed and he wants to rub it in now, right?
Right.
Henri, what's up?
Yeah, well, that is one of the reasons I called, because I heard him call up and it sounded like he was recovering from his New Year's party where I'm sure 2 people showed up and one was a baby. So I just want to say that and hope you guys are having a good time out there. In Norton, make sure to bring a lot of keychains and herpes, okay?
A lot of what and herpes?
Keychains.
Bring home a lot of keychains and herpes for us, okay?
Yeah, bring back souvenirs for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess. All right, Henri.
Exactly. We're talking about car keys. I thought it was like a swinging party or something.
Yeah, right. Leave your keys in the basket.
Jimmy just goes in and steals all the keys. Bye, everybody.
The French are bombing today on our program. Oh. All right. Well, thank you, Laszlo. Anything else that you forgot to mention? No?
No.
What games are you playing these days? Anything?
I'm still playing GTA.
Are you?
And I'm playing a little Doom 3.
Are you playing some Doom 3? You check out Half-Life 2 at all?
No.
No? Yeah, I've been playing that. It's kind of cool. Nice, good graphics. All right, very psyched.
As we go to break, we're going to play his Monster Rain spot that he did for us.
Oh, yes.
Do we have to explain Monster Rain, you think?
No, the listeners know what it is.
Monster Rain.
You think the listeners know?
Yeah.
If they don't, they'll catch it on a repeat.
If you don't, go to foundyourmusic.com, and I'm sure you could look it up.
Well, Monster Rain is a thing that Jimmy used to do as a kid under the porch with other little boys when the rain was coming.
It wasn't really rain though. Me and my little friend would walk around, and we would yell "Monster Rain," and then we would hide under the porch to stay away from the monster rain. And while we were under the porch, we would perform oral sex on each other, because that's what you do when you're avoiding the rain.
And you should avoid the eye contact that
I don't want to tell
right
that story.
Don't even look that way. You don't want to look that way. No.
You were just little kids.
Did you do it on
know?
sunny days too, or just when you thought there
it
was a
wasn't
rain
really,
cloud in the area?
It wasn't really contingent on the weather.
Any day that ended with a Y.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, Laszlo is a friend of the show, and he put this together, and you got to do our show more often, bro.
I'm into it.
Yeah, right on. We'll do some tech stuff.
Just as soon as you go back to afternoons, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I did morning radio. It is so tough to get used to the schedule.
We don't even know what time it is now. I don't know. Is it late back in New York? Is it morning still over there?
All I know is 7 o'clock last night. I felt like it was 4 in the morning. I'd been gambling, and it was like, whoa, what time is it? 7, and I have to go back to the room. And yeah, I need my sleep. I'm so tired. Let me put in a movie. Ugh.
And we're in Vegas. We only have 1 hour of radio to do.
I know.
We're halfway done with the show today.
I'm exhausted.
When we come back, are the Playboy? Okay, the Playboy chicks are here, and George Wallace is going to stop by and say hi.
Ooh.
And Penn was supposed to stop by, but what was the excuse? We get more excuses from publicists and agents and managers. We get these big names to come on the show, and then I guess they find out who we are or something, and then it goes horribly wrong.
Come on.
What happened, Ben? You could grab it for a second.
He's
sick.
He wasn't eating that creamy tomato soup with Jimmy.
No, they'll never tell you the truth,
heaping
man.
bowl full.
He was fine to go. He became sick.
He became sick.
All these faggot entertainers are so afraid of pissing off one person. They can't just call and tell you, look, I can't do the show because of this or that. They gotta lie and grovel. It's
Yeah,
just
something's
stand up
going
and
on with that.
I bet he'll make
speak your mind.
a show tonight when he's got an
Yeah.
arena full of people over there.
Of course he will. He plays every night.
Oh, I'm sorry, there wasn't a cash register sound.
All right. And when we get back, we got to talk about the Michael Jackson story. Maybe we could talk about that with the girls from Playboy, see if they got any chops.
Chops on the Michael Jackson story?
Yeah, it's a sex thing, kind of, and that's what they do on Playboy Radio, I think, when they're not reading erotic stories. Right?
Yeah. I've only listened to it a little bit, but it's actually very hot, what I've enjoyed.
All right, we'll talk to them next, but first, it's Monster Rain. Laszlo did this. Check it out.
He was just the boy next door.
Mikey, where are you?
It's a game for kids that's sweeping the country.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
Jesus H. Christ, my little baby!
Monster Rain. Monster Rain. The game you play under the porch. Monster Rain. It's the O&A virus. XM202. XM News, talk, sports, and information. It's everything all the time.
Opie and Anthony. XM202.
Oh, get up, get down with the sickness. Get up, get down with the sickness. Get up, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it rub on the lake. Get up, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, get down with the sickness. And this is the gift that has been given to me.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. The O&A virus spreading across America. We're in Las Vegas, a very rainy Las Vegas at the CES. It's, I think it's snowing in the mountains around here.
Yeah, it does that.
This happens, once a year, and it picked the weekend we're out here.
Yep.
It rains in the winter.
How you feeling, Jimmy?
I'm all right, man. I'm tired, just a little bit.
You don't feel like you're going to puke or anything, do you?
No, I actually
no stomach cramps?
No, I still, my throat's a little bit, like, acidic.
Oh.
I'm on vomit coming out.
God, can you imagine the maid that has to clean his room?
Oh, between the whores and what they're doing in there, and come in a biohazard suit with a squeegee. Housekeeping. That's what you hear. You hear it from our uniform.
Housekeeping.
Very nice.
An awful job that has to be.
When is George Wallace coming? A little later this hour? He's in traffic. Is that his excuse or?
No, he's coming.
All right. George Wallace, very funny.
Yes.
We've had him on the show a bunch
And the
of
van
times.
driver's going, and the van driver the whole time over is telling me about what it could be that's making me sick. He's like, well, you know, it could be the tap water, and it's just making me feel worse and worse. I'm like, just shut your fat face. You're not helping.
Maybe it's the 3 greasy BLTs you had yesterday alone.
I'm sure it's the BLTs.
You think so?
You should not eat 3 BLTs in 24
Dude, there was a
hours.
stack of bacon on this last one.
Of course there was.
All I tasted.
And you gobbled it all down?
Yeah.
Did you have all grease around your mouth? When you wiped your mouth with a napkin, it made the napkin clear?
Well, my friend in Vegas said I was supposed to hang with, of course, blew me off, as they all do. So I'm just such a loser, just shoving bacon into my fat face.
Know what sucks about the casinos and these hotels? They have all these really nice restaurants. I went for a late dinner last night. They all close at 10:30.
That's awful.
So now we're sitting in like this awful diner type place that you could do back home.
You're supposed to eat earlier, and then
well,
you
they
spend
want
the
you
rest
at
of
the
the night
tables.
gambling.
It's obvious they want you at the tables. It's
Can't make
amazing
any money
because
from you if you're eating.
a lot of people want to eat a little later in this town, you know. But whatever. Dan from Wisconsin has a problem. Let's say hi to Dan. Dan, what's up?
Danny.
Dan, we got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, go ahead.
Julie and Tiffany aren't there yet, are they?
No, they're coming in a second.
Why are you going to bash them?
Because their show is lame. They offer lame advice, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to pay $4 a month for their show.
It's $2 a month.
$2? No, it's $3.99 a month.
Oh, is it?
Oh, so you don't like their show? I like their show.
What I've heard of it, I liked it.
Some of the
This
advice
guy-
is so lame. And if you listen to some of the guys who call in asking for help, you know, they just pull whatever out of their butts, you know.
They're pulling stuff out of their butts, and you don't like that?
You sound like a guy who's an expert. Maybe you should give advice.
Julie, this is a horrible way to meet, but this guy doesn't like your show. I think
Whatever.
He's like, I don't like
He's
this
like,
show.
did you make reservations for the tsunami?
Sir, what's an example of advice that you think that was bad? Maybe the advice was good.
She's got a problem with butt hair. This guy calls in and he's talking about butt hair or whatever. She's like, shave it off, you know. No girl deserves to go through that. But his girlfriend or something says that she actually likes it.
Don't shave it, just trim it.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you imagine
Wow.
shaving your a-hole?
No.
Prickly when it grows back?
Ooh.
Just
Ooh.
keep it trimmed. I mean,
Like
we're going to
you're
live
holding a-
around there. We don't want pubes, you know?
Like you're holding a pincushion between your teeth.
Exactly.
It's no good.
Dude, there's something to be said for a smooth hiney, and I'm not just quoting the Michael Jackson article again.
which we really got to get to in a few minutes here. All right, well, Dan, you don't like the show. There's plenty of people that are enjoying them.
You know what? That's why XM has over 100 stations.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
pick
there's
another
only
one.
one that gives you a rod each time, and this one doesn't do that, so I don't think
This
they're
guy,
doing your
well,
job.
in this guy's defense, he sounds like a very exciting guy that probably needs a lot more. Let me tell you, it just seems like your advice is shut up.
Give me a break.
Well, what do you find exciting then?
I like the sexy stories.
All right, so so you
There
like
you
their
go.
show then? You like that segment of their show?
That's not part of their show, though.
Well, oh well.
Well, they do a different type of show. What do you want to do? Just whack your bag 24 hours a day on the station?
The guy didn't like ass hair advice, and he's
What-
freaking out about it?
I want to know what he would like us to talk about. Like, what's sexy to you?
Well, yeah.
Besides sexy stories, give us some of your key.
Well, it's kind of hard to be sexy on the radio, and sexy to me is like sexy stories. Give us some of your past stories of...
Why don't you give one, she's saying? Why don't you say something
Yeah.
that you think is sexy so they'll have an idea of what it is
what
that
do
you're
you
looking
find
for?
like?
I
Yeah, what do
like
you
to
find
hear what
sexy?
she's done with her boyfriends in the past.
How about you say something?
What do you like to do?
Go ahead. Give the girls a sexy story,
Yeah.
sir.
A real one.
Well, I'm
how
an
you
18-year-old boy, and a couple of years ago, I was with this girl, and her parents really didn't like me, so I would take her to the woods and do things with her, do oral favors. And
How many years younger than you is she?
3.
All right.
Are you wanking off right now?
No.
Sounds like it.
Is that a breath? See, I think you're weird. Like,
Yeah,
you're actually
Sounds like
jacking
I'm out
off
of breath.
to Opie and Anthony,
Connection just
and you don't like our
That's
show.
why he doesn't like us. He's
All right.
Let's
I think he's
that way.
gay.
I want to hear his erotic story about last prom night. Well, I was home alone, whacking off with a...
All right,
Hey,
Dan, you don't
laugh
like the
about
show.
that. Come on. I know
Thank
you were doing
you,
it too,
Dan.
Jimmy.
Believe me, I know I'm a zero. I just don't criticize hot chicks because I didn't give the advice I wanted them to give.
Aw.
In the woods with a girl, and I hit her in the head with a shovel
Right.
and buried the body in a shallow grave.
Who's more exciting, Dan from Wisconsin or Super Agent Bob Eatman?
Oh, I think that is Super Agent Bob
This
Eatman.
might be.
I don't like your show. You need new representation.
He's mad because you wouldn't tell him how to dig easier in January when the ground is frozen.
All right, Dan. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, fella.
Well, that's a bad way to meet each other. I'm sorry,
Well,
girls.
it's okay.
You know.
We like
tool.
critique. We like to hear all. You know,
Absolutely.
give it to us.
Of course.
That's Jim Norton, and
lovely.
his friend Jim Florentine thinks you guys have the best show on XM Satellite Radio.
Oh.
He'll go from one extreme to the other. He does whack his bag when he's going from,
Oh, yeah, he has.
from gig to gig because he's a comedian and he's driving all over the East Coast, and he turns you guys on and he has like Kleenex right on the dashboard, right?
You ever listen to Crank? You ever see Crank Yankers on Comedy Central?
Yes.
The retarded puppet special ed. Yay!
Yeah.
He whacks off listening to you.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. He does
so
the voice.
cool.
I love that.
I'm honored. Tell him I'm honored. Truly, very cool.
Truly.
Did you guys like your signing that you were doing before?
Always.
Sure.
I mean, an hour.
Why
Come
are
on,
you laughing?
come on.
Why are you laughing?
Be honest.
No,
They were a
see.
little creepy looking.
No,
They're not
see,
here anymore.
you
can
haven't been
talk about
signing.
them.
You have never signed over on the adult side.
That's creepy.
They're all kind of sweaty and drooling,
Ew,
you know.
yeah.
So
Really?
they're very well behaved over here.
So that was a treat for you guys?
Absolutely.
This was
this
lovely.
is
Wow.
easy.
Nice clean suits, smell like aftershave. Today, later is the ugly side.
They look like a Megan's Law photo op. That's the worst group of people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really, the adult side is a little sleazy.
Have you guys checked it out at all?
Well, Jimmy has.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we're going to head over there.
I
Take
mean,
a look.
you got to go today. I hear.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
insanity.
insane.
Bender's
Today's
only
the day?
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today and tomorrow will be insane.
We're doing a show from there tomorrow, so
Mm-hmm.
it's going to
Oh,
be a
you'll
lot
see.
of.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you guys are broadcasting, right?
Yeah,
And
today
then-
from 2 to 5.
Okay, and then tomorrow we're taking over your spot, I guess.
Yeah,
or
there you
whatever,
go.
In a couple hours.
How's it hooked up? Where are you? There's a lot of traffic there, a lot
Lots
of
of
fun people
right on the
passing
walkway.
by.
No,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the time when you guys are there, it's like shoulder to shoulder.
Really?
It'll be so crazy. You can't even get through. From where you guys are to the front entrance might take you about an hour. Just to get through the
my
crowd.
God.
Seriously.
How exciting! Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
this is quite
Nice.
this is quite the setup here.
Yeah.
Nice and peaceful. You kind of have to scream over there.
You do?
Yeah.
Can't hear.
crazy. No.
How long of a show are we doing? Only 2 hours, I think, right?
2 hours.
Just 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty
Another
good.
2-hour
Pretty
throwaway.
good.
Yeah. We're just doing throwaway
The
shows.
visual is really nice. There's a TV screen directly across from where you guys will be that's showing
1970s.
vintage porn.
Yeah,
Oh,
vintage
really?
porn.
So lots of bush.
Vintage- oh,
lots
lots
of bush.
of big, thick.
Yeah.
70s porn mustache.
Uh-huh,
with
uh-huh.
Full effect.
The pork
Yeah.
chop sideburns.
So it's a nice visual right across from where you are.
Is it true you were the first one to do anal?
Ever? Contract?
Ever.
Wow, you're
Well,
cool.
I invented it, yeah.
You get a nickel every time there's a prison rape?
First one contracted to do anal on film or something like that?
I invented that, Robin.
Yeah, she was that girl.
Yeah, I was one of the first, A talent to do it.
How does someone come up to you and go, well, look, this is what we want you to do?
Just
I mean-
like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was your first reaction?
Ouch.
Because now it's it's in every film, but back
Yeah.
then you got to think, whoa, this is a little freaky.
Back
right?
when?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, gosh. 10 years.
What was-
10 years
What
ago.
was your whole name in the film? I didn't know. I didn't
Excuse
know,
me?
What was your
Anal
name?
celebrating its 10th
Julie
anniversary,
Ashton.
Anthony.
Oh, Ashton. Okay.
Yeah, Ashton.
Devil and Miss
Happy
Jones.
birthday,
Yeah.
Anal. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Anal.
You do the Devil and Miss
Blow
Jones?
this out.
Yeah, yeah. So, I like it in my private life,
Yeah.
so I didn't mind.
What about, we had a girl yesterday. This was interesting.
Yeah,
She's
hello.
like 22. She's been in the business 7 months. She's done 220 films. She's worked
every
day.
single day,
Sometimes
all
twice.
anal.
All anal.
Wow.
You should see her. You guys should see how she stands. It's so scary. She can't even stand up.
Oh,
like
my
she's like
God.
pygmy body.
Yeah, she's like arched all weird and like it's kind of crazy.
What does she do in the off season? Smuggle bales of marijuana?
She's a mule.
Every day.
Every
Every day.
So her and her boyfriend only do vaginal.
Because that's
she
more
does
intimate.
anal. It's more intimate to her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to save something for the boyfriend, right?
Exactly,
Something
you
for the
know,
boyfriend.
something.
Who was the guy your scene was with when you did it? Do you remember?
The first
anal scene.
No,
Contracted.
I don't know.
Remember?
10 years ago. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Who were you banging 10 years ago?
Probably the same person I am now. Me. Hey, do you know Paul Thomas?
Sure.
I want to get him on the air someday. He's like a legendary.
Where's Paul Thomas?
He's a legendary porn guy. He's been around for 25 years.
Vivid director.
He's a great director, and he's actually was a very fine actor. But he's
Could
actually
you stop saying
fine
great
actor.
director?
No,
He's
in
a great
that
porn director.
time,
He's great.
no, the time that he came up is when there was a big strike in Hollywood. It was an actor's strike, so a lot of really good actors, including Paul Thomas, moved over to adult because they couldn't get work.
Jamie Gillis can act
Jamie
too.
Gillis, Randy Spears were mainstream actors, and then during the strike, that's when they decided to start doing adult because they had to pay their bills.
Well, Paul Thomas is notoriously one of the biggest perverts, and you wouldn't know it from his movies, but off camera, he's notoriously one of the
How did
biggest.
you find that out,
From
fella?
other people. Well, you notice I walked in with a limp. No, he was up. He's actually just, I know people that know him, and they said that he's the biggest freak in the entire business. I'd love
He's
to hear
in
it.
Jesus Christ Superstar, the movie.
Is he really?
Yeah, cool.
Really? Wow.
How about that?
That's
free. A little bit of trivia.
Kind of a real credit. All right.
Jim knows all of them. I mean, he was showing me his pictures yesterday. He's like, "This is Buttman. He revolutionized the whole business."
He did. With the camera work he did. He was trying to point at the camera work. He was fantastic.
I just watch the films and enjoy.
I know.
I
It's
don't
pretty
know
much watch until you
what's going
you
on
finish.
behind the scenes.
Watch until you do your money shot, and then
I watch 10 minutes at a time.
Click.
That's what people do.
So, George Wallace is here. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, cool.
Went for a walk. He'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you. What's the hot thing to do in porn now? I mean, back 10 years ago, the anal thing was starting
Right.
up. But
Well, now where you
It's
got
not
to be
porn. It's
more and more
freak show.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
double
Freak show.
anal. Hello.
Double anal.
Excuse me.
Oh, right,
I
right.
like pink eye videos, where the guy blows his load in their eyeballs. They hold the girl's eyelids open.
That's a nice one.
That's
yeah.
that's hot
Are
right
you
now.
kidding me?
No.
That's the truth.
It seems to be a little pain.
The swallowing goldfish and then
You love
6
that one.
loads of cum and then you throw it up and
And then eat it
back
again.
up.
These are the hot things today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is what's
you know,
in.
This is
I know you're getting turned on just thinking about it, aren't you?
That's
Yeah,
great.
why is it going to the freak show route?
Why?
Julie, I'll let
Is
you
it because
answer
there's
that.
so much out there?
I think the
Absolutely, it's
extreme
volume.
reality show thing is kind of filtered into the
Everything.
adult
TV is
world,
extreme.
so,
Everything.
yeah.
Life is becoming extreme. You've got to keep pushing, or else you're going to get ignored.
Yeah.
So,
But there's nothing sexy, and I'm a pervert.
Absolutely not.
But that's like degradation. I mean, look, I've been used as a toilet. What fella hasn't? But to eat goldfish and throw them up. I mean, it's just,
Right,
who
well,
can
with
get off of that?
jizz, with the load.
Oh, okay, I stand
So
corrected.
that makes it hot.
That's yeah.
Hey, what about pregnancy videos?
Those are big.
right now, too, like pregnant women lactating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that's sexy?
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
Sunset Thomas used to do that when she first got the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We go way back with Sunset Thomas. No, I mean, to see a pregnant woman is kind of a turn on, but the whole lactating thing and all that, nah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
You do like the Prego videos, though. He has a little bit of
No,
this.
no, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not about,
Why?
watching them bang. No. Just seeing a pregnant woman on the street is sexy to me. Yeah.
You mean on the street or walking?
Walking, I should, yeah.
Walking
See
the
one
street.
under a delivery truck.
Him and Scott Peterson
Jim's into
in a
like-
rowboat.
Jim's into the golden showers and even worse.
No worse.
Scat?
No. If it slips out, who's
He's
looking?
a scatter.
Oh, really?
He's
You're
into the
dirty.
scat.
No, I'm not. If it happens, I just don't want to embarrass her by saying anything.
Have you had it happen? We had a girl that pooped on our show.
Really?
Yeah, when
In
she was
studio.
squirting. In
Yeah?
We had to
studio.
throw the chair away.
Why she on the chair?
She pooped
Yeah.
the
What? She
chair.
sneeze?
She
No,
squit.
She squit. She
What's
was
that?
squirting and shit at the same time.
Squid. Anthony,
Didn't
squid.
know how to word. Everybody.
squid.
Yeah, now you learn. So it's educational programming
She's a
today.
squitter.
Yeah.
It's making our cherry darts thing seem pretty
I know.
pretty low
Squid,
key.
please.
Yeah.
She's like,
We're
you know,
gonna have
she's
to
like
do a radio
famous-
show with you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to like combine the two shows for a
Absolutely.
day.
Just for a
Absolutely.
But
day.
he lays down plastic and everything.
Yeah, sometimes.
Really?
Little GS. Yeah.
So you're into it.
Sure.
Do you have a regular pisser?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
do?
regular.
See, Julie, are you into that?
What?
I like
the
peeing
golden.
in
No.
the shower.
No.
No, I don't use the shower.
You
No.
like it all over the place.
No, just on me. I mean,
Oh, how about the polar bear? This is a good one. She goes out and she lives up in the super cold. Stands outside until she can barely take it anymore. She's so frozen.
Yeah.
Comes in, lays in the bathtub, and he pees on her,
And it
the
steams.
steam coming up gets her off.
You got to try that. That sounds
Yeah.
like you.
No, that's
her king.
What
weird.
the
Is that weird?
hell is going on?
I don't like any fetish I can only satisfy 6 months out of the year in Alaska. There's no reason.
I thought she was going the necrophilia route.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
no, no.
I was getting scared. But
No,
hey,
no,
it had a
it's
nice
not that
ending. eh?
gross. Come on.
It had a nice ending there,
The
right?
steam,
Yeah.
which must just smell like a Subway.
Are you
It
into?
wafts
So are you
up.
into the squirters?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I've only had one in my
Yeah.
life that was real. Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I knew that's what
yeah.
she did. Yes.
This girl. Can we say who it is? Cytheria.
Yeah. I just got a
Just
video.
did.
Whoops.
Yeah,
I just got a
she's
video
a
of her.
squirter.
Yes, she is.
Again,
Big time.
Jimmy knows all the
Yeah.
names. Oh, I just picked up the video.
Yoshi sent me one. He wrote Cytheria on the thing because I'm into that. He
She'll
sent
be
me.
there
She's great.
today.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
It
lovely.
hit the entire wall
Yeah.
Got all over the equipment.
in our studio. Like the glass
Tsunami.
on the control booth.
Our boss
Yeah.
right now is looking on, very proud of us. No, boss,
my
we'll
God.
keep it G-rated for everybody. No
He said
problem.
PG rated. We're just-
PG. We haven't said any bad words.
Oh yeah,
XM.
we haven't cursed.
Yeah,
No, of
Kevin
course
Kennedy's
not.
on. We talk baseball, and then the
Now
Playboy
us.
girls are on. We talk about sex.
Yeah, that's what we do on this program.
And then you got George Wallace.
And then George Wallace will
You know?
bring in the funny.
Yes.
He'll
There
be
you
back.
go. It's
So,
all good.
and what's up with the dildo thing? We had a girl do the dildo on our show.
Oh, the fuck machine you did.
See,
studio.
watch the words, T.
There's
What?
the
What
curse
do you mean
word.
watch the words? Oh, we're not allowed to say them?
You can say whatever you want.
Oh, I'm so
Technically,
used to
we're
XM.
allowed, but
Okay, sorry.
no, we are XM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, but because we're in
Sorry.
front of
Thrill
a live
machine.
audience
Sorry,
today,
everybody, cover your ears
there are
out
certain
there.
people that think we
Sorry.
should probably keep the language.
Okay, so the
That's all
drill
right.
dough machine,
Right.
you did that.
Yeah, we had that in studio.
You like it?
It's not very intimate, you know. There's no hugging, kissing. It's just
We had
True.
this audio of one of our listeners doing the dildo to his girlfriend, and it's we play it a lot.
She was screaming like she was
It was
being
unbelievable.
Just
So then our
hacked to
listeners
pieces.
decided to start making more like dildo type instruments. Tell them about the one.
Oh, the
that
latest
went
one we
horribly
got
wrong.
was a Sawzall, which is a reciprocating saw.
we had that on
Yeah.
Playboy TV.
You did?
We
Yeah.
didn't have our
Yeah.
version,
But not our version, because this
Really?
guy made it at home, and he took a dildo and glued it on a Sawzall blade. Now, if you've ever seen a reciprocating saw, it's pretty much just this handheld device with a saw blade that goes back and forth
Sure.
that sticks out of the front of it.
Yeah.
You can cut anything with it.
Yeah.
He just put the dildo on the saw blade and glued it there. So as he's using it, thank God not on a woman, he's just kind of doing it in the air, the
It came
blade
off.
came flying right out of the side of the dildo.
No.
And
Awful.
we're just thinking, boy, that would have looked great in the newspaper. Opie and Anthony, once again, now they killed somebody
Oh,
with a
my
dildo
God.
device. Yeah, so we don't use that
Yeah,
one.
watch out for
No,
homemade
be
sex
careful.
toys.
You heard what happened to us, right?
Yeah.
The sex at St. Pat's.
Yeah, you're bad boys. We
Yeah.
know this about you.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad. That's why you're here now on XM.
So
It's good
evil.
though.
It's good
Beautiful.
for all of us.
We love
Good
it.
for all of us.
So we know
Wow.
now your background with the anal thing. But
Yeah.
what's your background and expertise?
She's
in-
not. You're not a porn star, right?
No, I'm just a big mouth. I'm really not an expert. I'm just
No.
a chick with an
She's like in
opinion.
this gray area,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm in the gray area. I'm right on the cliff of
TNA.
everything.
She shows stuff and
Yeah.
You know, I'm
You know.
Playboy girl.
Oh, nice.
But I
Okay.
don't, you know,
Yeah.
I don't take it
You
up
know,
the
boobs.
ass or anything. Yeah. Boobs. I'm boobs. You know.
Yeah.
I'm that
Boobs,
chick.
ass, right?
And you give advice to
I give
people
advice.
that call
Well,
up?
as myself, like, you know, here's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging you. It's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
And
that
I'm
you're a
totally
pig.
surprised that he doesn't like.
I do that a lot.
I'm surprised that guy doesn't like it because we give such man advice. We're really like, you know what, guys? If you want sex, take it.
Right.
We do.
From
we
your,
get-
you know, not from like the
That
girl
didn't
down the
sound
street.
good.
I know, I didn't mean it that way.
You want
I'm
sex,
not
just
advocating
take
rape.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, if you're in a
there's a lot of
relationship,
guys out there that want sex, so
That's great. If candy doesn't work, buy a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm saying in a relationship, you know, you've been married for 8 years and she's not putting out. Come on, she's your wife. She
Step
owes you.
up.
You
yeah.
bet she does.
It's her
Ooh.
job.
Yeah, it is.
There
You
go.
know? I mean,
you could
you
always
know-
take her fishing later.
Wow.
You have to take control of
Right.
the woman.
Situation,
We like
absolutely.
that. We actually
and you've
like
heard
that.
it all with this show of yours, huh?
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing you heard that some guy was into?
Oh, Ted likes to put Q-tips
in his wiener.
in the
All right, hold the phone.
with mentholatum as lube.
As lube, that's right.
He calls in with that going on.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't even.
Don't
do
knock it till you try it, man.
What do you do while that's happening? Just cry and go, "I'm sorry, mommy." That really is childhood psychosis coming out. in adulthood.
He does it live on your show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we steal that one?
Oh.
Sure.
We have to steal
Oh,
that one.
yes,
Yeah, it's a good one.
I
We
could
have
not
to
even
steal
be
that
in the
one.
same building where that was going on without
No,
losing my mind.
Hey, we got a MiFi to give away, everybody.
The first caller.
But instead of mentholatum, you got to use gasoline.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that is.
You know, other people want us to ride. He wants to ride his mother like a horse while we spank her and yell "giddy up."
That's
Things
a
like
little
that.
issue.
And the guy's dead serious. He's not just calling
Dead
to
serious.
Yeah.
goof around. Because we get the goof callers now.
Oh, yeah,
No,
we
this
get
is
some
real.
good, but you think they're pretty real.
It's frightening that they're real.
What does his mother look like?
Good question.
Is she hot? Like
Maybe.
a hot MILF?
It's radio. We don't know.
Oh, you never seen her? Okay.
I doubt it. Based on his voice, I don't know. It just.
That's kind of
know?
creepy.
Yeah,
if I say so.
we've had
Yeah.
MILFs on the show a lot. A lot of that.
And a lot of guys just whack
The
him when they
mayonnaise in
talk
a
to you.
sock. That's
Mayonnaise?
mayonnaise in a sock is a great. You know, if your hand gets tired, try that.
Mayonnaise in a sock.
Mayonnaise in a tube
Mayonnaise
sock.
in a sock? I thought that was a David Cross CD.
I've never heard of that one.
It's like the homemade vag, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What else can you use?
Quick and easy.
We get the
butter's
peanut
a
butter a
little
lot,
sticky,
but
though.
don't use chunky. Use the smooth
Ow.
peanut butter.
Of course
Wait,
not.
what do you do with the peanut butter? On your hands or?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you masturbate with it.
Ugh.
I don't know. We hear.
I don't
There's
know.
a few
It's
guys
not
that
me.
like that.
Yeah.
Fred Durst, didn't he tell us about the cantaloupe?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
You
not into the
microwave
brew.
it, but don't microwave it for too long because
Right,
then it'll
right.
burn. But you've got to get it just
You
warm.
nuke it so it gets warm, and then you put like
Do a
a
little
hole in
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
We're
we know
giving
that
everyone
one.
a lot of ideas today.
If you're standing there with a cantaloupe on there,
They have a lot
there
of
just better
ideas.
not be a mirror nearby, because if you get a gander at you doing that,
Yeah.
you probably shoot yourself in the head.
That'd be a perfect time for a heart attack, you know? And
Oh,
then,
please.
and then mom has to find you.
Find you at home with a cantaloupe on there. Just wonder, because you don't. It's not like you're steadily dating and you're getting a lot of action, and one night you're not getting any, and you decide to go for the cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That's just months of
It's
not
sad.
getting any action.
Yeah.
It's
That you
really
look at the
sad.
cantaloupe and go,
That was
yeah,
pretty good.
that's a sexy cantaloupe.
I like it.
And your mother calls and said the juice man says that if you could replace a cantaloupe with a citrus.
Now you've done a carrot.
Oh, we got to play that going into break.
Well, girls
if Eric
using
can find
fruits
that.
or vegetables
easier,
is
yeah,
different than a guy
exactly.
using it.
So
It's,
true.
it's kind of a more accurate representation.
Right.
And also, it's very accepted for girls to use toys and devices. And I've heard a comic do this. Who the hell does that bit? But girls can use the dildo devices,
Sure.
and it's perfectly acceptable. But a guy has to use these weird things that's just like a chunk of an ass made of rubber.
Julie
Yeah.
has
and you
one of
kinda,
those.
hey, it's, you know,
I have one.
She has.
Really?
It's the
Yeah.
Julie
or
Ashton
just a
ass.
cutout private area, like you
Yeah.
like you hacked
We
it
had
off
a-
of somebody.
She's got her ass in one of those boxes.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your ass was used as a model for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember we had one on our TV show that was like this rubber thing, and it
looked like a Cornish hen.
It looked like a Cornish hen, for real. So people, will just stick their
Lovely.
thing in
You
that.
know, but that's men for you. I mean, they'll whatever.
It doesn't take much.
They'll put it in there.
Do you have to sign your own butt when these guys come walking up to you? They walk
It's
up
kind
with
of
you?
heavy,
It's
so
really
they don't
heavy.
really carry it with them.
That's
You know,
man.
it's
We
kind of
had
a
one of
keep it
those at
home
the
toy.
studio, and we'd slap it down on the table and just
Yeah.
make some vulgar sound when
That
it
awful
hits
noise,
that
yeah.
rubber
Yeah.
hitting the table, knowing it's ready for action.
It's ready.
You could
Give it
smack
up.
it and lube it up with the KY.
Yep.
And then who's washing those things out? It just doesn't seem like something.
You got to throw all that in the dishwasher after you're
Like
done.
that's the problem. Once you're finished, you're really not into anything afterwards, like cleaning up,
Yeah.
because it just adds to the
We've
degradation.
talked about that on our
Right.
show. You know, when you're with somebody and you're doing some of this freaky stuff, it sounds like a good idea at the time, but then as soon as everyone's done, you're looking around like, oh, God, this is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Who hasn't
Yeah.
been drunk with their chick at some point and decided, let's get the razor out and
Yeah.
shave each other.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a great idea, and there's oil involved and shaving going on. And then you get done, and you're like, oh,
Ew.
God, I got to go to work. What if I have an accident? What if I got to go to the hospital? And then a couple of days, you're like, like you got the mange.
Yeah, it starts scratching.
And it just turns into a really bad idea.
We
Yeah,
realize
it
you
is.
messed up and shaved her head. Now she looks like she has cancer.
So he has to go there.
Sicko.
I'm sorry.
Sicko, you are.
Pig.
Yeah. Well,
Little
he
piggy.
doesn't grow hair on his arms. Look at that.
His
Really?
arms
That-
are so fine and hairless. Touch it. It's
Yeah,
like
touch it.
nothing.
What are what
Just touch
ethnicity
it.
are you?
What's that?
What hairless ethnicity are you?
I'm Irish.
Feel how
Irish
wispy.
with no hair.
Just
No
feel
hair.
how wispy.
Feel how
Hold
wispy
on.
that hair
Do you
is
have
on his
hair
arm.
down there? Sorry, I can't-
You're so dainty. That's dainty.
For you listening at home, this is our new bit.
Smooth.
Enjoy it. I love that one. The 20 fall.
Yummy.
That is
Scared me.
hilarious.
He does scare you. Yes, he does.
Yes.
Whether he's doing that or not.
All right, well, we got to take a break. It's been great. We got to have you guys on the show more often.
Vice versa. If you guys are in LA, you know, we broadcast from Porn Valley, so we kind of have the edge on you guys.
Or you can bring us up where you're from.
No, screw it. We're going to Porn Valley.
Yeah.
Porn Valley.
Can we do that Monday?
Let's trade off.
Can we go Monday?
Is that on the nav systems of the new vehicles?
Yes,
you just punch in
absolutely.
Porn Valley and it takes you right there? I don't even know where that is.
We got to broadcast from Porn
Where is
Valley.
Porn Valley?
Woodland
Hills? Woodland Hills, right around there?
Chatsworth.
Near Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Jimmy knows.
Very appropriate, isn't it? It's right below.
Yeah.
Porn Valley's right
Yeah.
below Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so come visit us.
Right by Vag Village. It's off to the side, and you make a left. Yeah.
Oh, we can keep going on that. That's good.
Of course.
You guys are
Wiener,
great.
down across Wiener Way.
Wiener Way.
It's Julie and Tiffany, you guys. Let's hear it for
Yes.
Julie and
Thank
Tiffany.
you very much.
From the
Short
Playboy
drive.
Channel on
Short drive up
XM
the Hershey
Satellite.
Highway.
Yeah.
That old gag.
You know, I think as we go to break, Norton talks about his exploits with the prostitutes, okay?
Excellent.
He's very honest and open about it. But the problem is his mom listens to the show.
Oh.
And
Hi,
so his mom left this message on his answer machine at home.
Real message.
A real message. Real message. Trying to give little Jimmy Norton some advice. So we'll check this out. And when we come back, it's George Wallace, everyone.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom. How are you? Jimmy, I know this is a little awkward, but everyone's fine here. But we heard the radio show. We love it, by the way. And you were talking about giving up, the ladies of the evening, which is a wonderful thing. But you know what? Dr. Phil always says replace something with something. So I was thinking, you have that nice gym downstairs. And, just for like 20 minutes to half an hour, and you would feel better. Use that. And also there's gyms in New York you could go. You could exercise, and you would feel a whole lot better. You'd lose a little weight, you'd tone up, and you relieve, tension and stuff, and you'd be meeting other people. I don't know, honey. I just thought it might be a good thing. I'm sorry. I'm interfering, I know. I'm thinking of you. Nobody knows I'm calling. So don't get offended or think I'm strange, but I am a mother, and I worry about you. You're doing so well. Everything's falling into place. This might be just one of the, the health thing. It would help you, sweetheart. Well, anyway, that's it. I'm not going to go on and on. I know it's not my business. But anyway, I love you, and I feel I can interfere because I'm your mother. I'm taking special license. But anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you at Christmas, and I really hope you can make it. And anyway, don't be mad at me, okay, sweetie? I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas.
Live from Las Vegas. What a hot voice that is. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Taking bets on which member of the show comes home in a body bag.
Dude, what happened? You're going to hate us today. You're going to hate us.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Got some hookers in my room.
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Everybody say, when you hear the call, you got to get it underway. Word up, it's a code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, broadcasting live from the CES. Tomorrow, broadcasting live from the porn convention, Anthony. The girls from Playboy were great, weren't they?
That was very cool.
Yeah, we're doing the tech thing today, George, and then tomorrow it's all about the porn stars.
Yeah, why you bring me here with cars? I want to be with the porn industry.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right?
Enough with the cars, right?
Right. What can you do in a car? What can you do with a car?
Bring on the bitches.
Talk to me, somebody. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome. It's good
Thank
to see you.
George Wallace used to do our program when we were on regular radio.
In New York City. Yeah, look at you guys. God bless you. Let's give him a big hand.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a little problem.
Hey, I don't know whether God's going to bless you too or not. But it's okay.
It ought to be Satan bless us or something.
Well, what you did, I would have done the same thing. That's all I'm going to say, okay?
There you go.
You wouldn't be open to Anthony if you didn't do what you did.
It was a misunderstanding.
Totally.
And speaking of controversy, your nephew caused a bit of controversy.
Well,
that's one of the greatest sports video of all time. You understand that, right?
And I have to tell everybody in my audience.
He's related to Ben Wallace, who pretty much started the fight.
Your nephew?
Every night at Flamingo, before my show starts, I have to tell everybody in the audience, if anybody throw a cup up on that stage, I'm coming out there and kick your ass, okay? I'm kicking your ass in the person. Matter of fact, hey, how you guys doing out there? I wanted to kick somebody's ass out here, but they look tougher.
He comes from a sports family. He was just I only know of Ben Wallace, but there's a couple more that have...
How about Steve Wallace, played for the 49ers for 13 years. Steve Wallace, that's my nephew. 3 Super Bowl rings, okay? Amani Tuma playing right now, that's my nephew. He plays for the New York Giants, number 81. You know that, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Bobby Hamilton, who's playing for the Oakland Raiders right now. He played for the New England Patriots for 2 years. So we got 6 Super Bowl rings in my family. Can you believe that? That's a blessing, isn't it, Jim?
Wow.
Why are you looking at me with your mouth open?
Nah, he's impressed.
There's certain things I'm good at.
Maybe we don't need to go to the porn convention. He said certain things he's good with his mouth open. Now let me ask you a question. So we got 6 Super Bowl rings in the family. That's a big blessing, don't you think so?
Pretty impressive.
And
Sure.
I have to think about that sometimes. Hey, a lot of guys play football all their life but never get one, and we have 6 in the family. It's pretty nice.
That's damn impressive.
Yeah. So you guys got your New York Post here today?
Well, the big story today,
What
I
is
don't even know
this?
if we're going to get to it.
What is this?
It's Michael Jackson.
I don't know what that is. That is a freak of nature.
You know, when I'm president of these United States, you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to lock up everybody that dropped the kids off at Michael Jackson's house. First of all, why would you drop your kids off at this
They're
man's house?
still dropping them off.
Listen, this man's almost 50 years old and still climbing trees in high-heel shoes. You're going to drop your kids off over there? You know, he has a reputation. Well, you guys, he already had to pay one kid, what, $21, $22 million?
Yeah.
I don't know whether he was guilty or not. All I know is I wish it had been my son. $22 million. Get in that room, boy.
Now, that's the only reason I could think
You don't
of.
want to go? I'll go. When I move, you move. You know what I'm saying?
Stop being selfish, right?
That is the only reason I can see of
dropping your kids
off there is if you want to capitalize on it.
But I think this was the motive of this lady. They're finding that. I don't know what's in the paper today. I don't know where's the story.
Oh, some ugly allegations coming out of there.
This is the New York Post, right? And you know I live in New York Post. Let's go to page 6. You know one thing about New York Post. Page 6 could be on page 11, page 13. It's all
very odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we don't count well in New York, so it doesn't matter.
And a lot of things are different in New York. Central Park, it's not central. It's on the west side. Did you know that? Anything on the right side of Fifth Avenue is on the west side. There's a lot of things, you know.
All right.
Madison Square Garden, there's no garden. And it's not square, it's round. You want to know something better? And it's not on Madison either. We could go tell you, I can tell you a lot of things about that.
That is true.
You know, yeah.
Well, last time I saw you perform, I went to the core dinner with Laura Bush.
Really?
Hosted, and that was
you were there with me and Miss Bush?
One of the toughest audiences you can do. It's a very political thing. And you went up and
Black Republicans.
Yeah,
How tough
Roy
could
Ennis,
that be?
very
Yeah.
conservative.
You know I felt out of place with Black Republicans.
Oh,
Who were the other two guys?
You know I'm only going to kick your ass one time. You know that, don't you?
And you know he could fight. Look at his
Of
nephew.
course.
Look at his nephew.
His nephew. It's not like I threw a cup at him.
Yeah. Who were the other two guys? That's a great joke.
That's a good joke.
There was a whole lot of them there in New York,
kill us,
right?
please.
Yeah.
And we had a good time at that Republican
I
convention.
think Laura Bush was scared to go on after you. She's like, I got to follow George Wallace. That was the first thing she said when she walked up, which was nice.
Wow.
All right, so
we had a good time.
What are they saying about Michael Jackson? Can we get into this a little bit, or?
Well, thesmokinggun.com. You've been on that website. They post a lot of these court records and documents, and they kind of got a hold of what the prosecution has come up with in all these search warrants that have happened at Neverland, and what they've collected. And some of the stuff is creepy, but I don't think it's surprising. In his bathroom, Michael Jackson's bathroom, they found a Samsonite briefcase containing porno magazines, Barely Legal magazine, Club magazine.
Hell, he stole my briefcase.
This is Martini Steve's apartment.
You're right.
I know, yeah. But this isn't like
anything.
I think anyone's got some porno at their house, right?
Yeah, everybody. You all got porno at your house, right?
Barely Legal DVD.
They're not here for the cuss show. Let me tell you, they're not here for electronics. They're here for the porn convention.
They want to hear a couple curses.
3 books with pictures of nude men in them were found in Jackson's bathroom, with an open bottle of Jack Daniels and Pinot Noir. So
That's
I
wine.
think now the Jack Daniels, I can understand having that if you're Michael Jackson in every room in the house, because the second a kid starts going, hey, wait a minute, I don't think I should. Cocktail time? Hey, Michael, I'm starting to feel a little creepy about drink.
Drink my liquor and talk to me.
This doesn't matter where he is.
Right?
You can have him in a closet. It's like, no, Michael, I don't feel comfortable. Cocktail?
Michael, your nose looks like tracing paper.
Oh, man.
Maybe you could use this.
Well, welcome to Las Vegas, you guys. I know you're here for the show, for the electronic show and the porno convention.
the porno.
You're just here for the porno. Let's face it. Let's say that's what the XM stands for.
Yeah, believe me, if we didn't have to broadcast from here, I don't think we'd be hanging here as long as we have, to tell you the truth.
Well, you got a great show. You got a great audience. Man, you got a guy backstage that's coming on. I know I got to get out of here, but this is great. One of my favorite baseball players of all time. I hope he's here for you guys because I'm talking about him. I hope he's, huh? You know I'm from Atlanta.
Not here for us.
He's not here for you guys?
No, so you better just stay in that seat.
He's not here for you guys?
Yeah, we don't want you to go anywhere.
No.
I saw Greg Mannix in the back. He's not
Yes,
here for
you
you
did.
guys?
Dude, they keep the classier guys for all the other shows.
Well, what do you mean?
Wait a minute. What does that mean, Opie?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'll bust you. I'll bust a cap in your ass for talking to me like that. You know that?
Nothing wrong. The other shows get the athletes. We get the relatives.
Well, how about? Oh, you're real smart here, aren't you, Jim?
Yeah, we'll talk to his uncle too at next break.
Well, he can go to hell then if he can't be on this show. Even though I
He's doing
like
the
him.
show
It's a
after.
sports show right after.
George, Cal Ripken was walking around. He did, we couldn't get him on the show. He was right here.
Don't they know who opened and they don't know who you?
That's why they don't put him on. They know exactly who we are.
Yeah, they don't know what's going to happen, right?
Cal Ripken, man, big guy yesterday, a total sports legend. But, I think he's a pretty conservative guy. And I don't think our forum is quite for him.
You guys are not that far out, man. Come on, you're not that far out. You just have a good time, and that's the kind of radio I like. If you're not controversial, there's no reason.
We just kind of screw up every 3 years. That's all.
Every three years, we screw up, and the reputation that follows us because of our screw-ups keeps certain guests off our show.
But look how good that is. You screw up every 3 years, you get a 2-year vacation. You can't beat that kid.
Well, it's funny to say that. We've been doing radio together 10 years.
Right.
But
as long as they've been doing anal in adult video,
right.
Opie.
We're also celebrating our 10th
learned that
anniversary,
today.
and we didn't have to do anal. And but only 7.5 years on the air. We've had to take 2.5 years off from our career since we've been together.
What did you do those 2 years off? Were you going around just holidaying?
Sitting around doing other...
kind of just counting the days off, like prisoners.
I was wondering about you guys because when you went off, I was your competitor in New York City. So
you're on the radio in New York?
Yeah, I wasn't. He didn't know that. No, you came on in the afternoon, and I was on in the morning.
That was very good, Opie.
Thank you.
Opie gives him a little underhanded jab there.
You were on the air? I never heard of that. Wow, man, I would have listened to that. I had no idea. He's going to kill me.
What station were you on? Because I remember hearing you.
See, there you go. Thank you so much. I was on Kiss FM, and I was on Kiss 98.7 Kiss FM.
That's the country station, right?
Yeah, Wallace Brooks and Dunn. That was good. Yeah, and then I also did Jammin' 105 at Clear Channel. And, your cheap channel. When they fired me too. So big deal.
They did.
I came in one morning. They said, "Oh, you're not on." So
that's how they do it.
That's how they do it. Radio is terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Radio's the worst. They throw you out. You don't even know you're fired. You're the last guy to know you're fired.
Oh, they didn't tell you guys why I'm here?
Oh yeah, you're gone. That's usually how it's done.
It's true. You don't know what. Well, what's he doing here? So
what did Frankie Blue get the boot?
Frankie Blue
over at WNEW.
Yeah.
No, he came in after we got fired from NEW. But we had played his audio of his drunken tirade he had on the air a couple of weeks back. He had thrown. He went to a Christmas party. Got a little tipsy. Walked in. He's the program director over there, and he got into some fight with the girl that was supposed to come on the air, and sent her home. And decided it was a good time for him to go on the air and do the show. And he was hammered. So he's slurring his words. He actually said another station's call letters instead of the station he was on.
Really? He probably did Jammin' 105?
No, it was KTU.
He said KTU because that was his other station.
Yeah,
that's
KTU.
Right,
yep. And well, we just heard today that
the hammer.
He got the hammer?
Yeah, he got
Frankie
fired.
Blue's gone?
Yep. Frankie Blue is gone.
What goes around comes around. It's just
we were the ones that exploited that audio, though. And now it's all over the country. All the radio guys have a copy of it. We were playing it on our show, laughing our butts off.
Opie and Anthony does it again. How about that?
There you have it.
You going back to radio?
I would like to go back to radio, but I'm having so much fun here in Las Vegas. I came here last year, January, for 30 days, and 60 days, and 90 days, and I've been here, and I'm here at the Flamingo every night at 10 o'clock, and it's one of the greatest things that's going to happen to me. Every comedian in the world wants to get to Las Vegas, and you can't get here. You can't work here, so there's only a few rooms open here, and I'm here, and I'm having a good time.
So you got like a steady gig every night?
Every night. Right. I work 1 hour a day. How about that? That's better than your job. You guys work far.
Do you gamble?
No, we're working 2 hours a day.
Hell no, do I gamble?
You don't gamble? No.
Why do you think they built this Convention Center. You can't win here. Let me give you some free advice. When you come to Las Vegas, you do what I do. I get off the airplane, I go straight to the casino cashier, and I give them all my money. They don't need me wasting my time.
Get that out of the way, right?
The only way you're going to double your money in Las Vegas is to mug somebody at the airport, get your ass on that airplane, and going back home. And if you're going to gamble at Caesar's Palace and the Bellagio. Don't go down to Circus. You go down to Circus. You're trying to roll the dice. They got monkeys and spit flying all over your head. So you cannot win here. I'm telling you, Jim. Don't go down to some people win. You know, you might look.
Well, that's what keeps people coming and keeps the hope that you're going to win something. Is you always hear about the person pulls that slot handle and the
Wait a
jackpot.
second. People come to Las Vegas to lose their money. They know they're going to lose their money before they leave home. I got $200 set aside. I'm going to lose this.
That's true.
And it's
you
all
have
fun.
That mindset,
Let's make it clear. You do have a good time while you're in Las Vegas, right?
Hell yeah.
I don't care whether you're losing your money or what. You
Hell
do have
yeah.
it, and that's why you should keep coming here. And come here to laugh, come here to have a good time. We got great comedians here. You got David Brenner right here, Noe Hilton. You got Rita Rudner. I'm all about laughter. So when you lose all your money, you come on down to the Flamingo. I'll make you laugh
a little
about it.
Chuckle after
you can't help but to laugh when
cry
you come
at the
here.
table.
So much stuff is in the news you can talk about it just every day. Like the presidential, what's his name, George Bush? They're going to spend $30 million for a re-inauguration. Now, why re-inaugurate this guy again? $30 million. No, they can use that money somewhere else. Don't you think so? So I get pissed when things like that. They could give that money to KFC so they can find the original recipe on that chicken again or something like that, you know? There's other ways they can do it. Because the chicken doesn't taste like it used to, does it?
No.
Somebody's not using all 11 spices. So when you come here, we can laugh about so many things that are happening in the news and sports. Like you got sports today, you got Vijay Singh and Tiger Woods, right?
Yep.
Here's two guys, number one, number two guy in golf. Two guys as dark as I am, and neither one of them black. That's a problem. I can't figure it out. So there's every day you can just read the newspaper and we can just talk about things in the newspaper.
That's true.
Latrell Sprewell, basketball guy. What did he say the other day? He cannot feed his family on $14.9 million. Well, who the hell is your family, Latrell? The whole country of Ethiopia? Hell, I can feed his family. Oh, do you like good food? Speaking of food, have you eaten here?
Oh, yeah.
We got some restaurants here. We got Bradley Ogden's voted the #1 restaurant. We got Cafe Barbariba. But my favorite restaurant is Mon Ami Gabi at Paris. Make sure you stop there. And I ate last night at Emerald's Place. Y'all been to Emerald's Place? Oh, man, that food is so good. He took it up a notch. He took it up. What's his hook? What's Emerald's hook?
I don't know.
Bam! And I got my check last night. I said, damn!
I
think he took it up a couple nights.
Well, you don't come here for the prices, you know.
Well, that's true, too. Everybody's got... Well, you can eat here cheaply, so... or if,
He eats BLTs every 4 hours, I believe.
Yeah, he's got
and then vomits them up all night.
Vomiting all morning.
Jimmy,
I
it was
ate
sick
last
this morning.
What did you eat, man? The food was that bad?
3 BLTs yesterday. And
There's like gourmet restaurants all over the place that
Yes,
you can
of
go
course.
and get a really fine meal. If you're going to eat like crap and not pay attention to what your body and what you're putting in it, that's fine, but at least make it something good.
No.
What does he do?
Well,
he
wait
gets
a
a
second, wait a
stack of
second, wait a
bacon.
second. You don't look any better than he does. Now, what the hell are you eating?
At least I'm slender.
I'll say you are.
I wasn't vomiting last night.
No, and we tried to eat right last night, but all the restaurants close at 10:30.
No, that's
so we had to go
another-
to the stupid
That is
greasy
true. We
diner
did try.
place.
We did try.
This has happened in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has changed. 10, 15,
slender.
20 years ago, everything used to be open late. Just like
Yeah.
New York changed. You can't even eat in New York now after 11 o'clock. I don't know what happened, you know. I don't know what happened, but it's different. So you have to eat good food, young man.
That really hurt. At least I'm slender.
Well, and you're admitting that what? You're slender.
He's not
the
fat.
other day
He's
you
not
pulled
fat.
you
Okay.
pulled your shirt up to me. You grabbed your belly, looked me in the eye, and went, "Ugh."
I did do
What does that mean?
Do it now.
Look
We
at
can
my
see it.
washboard
We can-
abs.
We can
Ugh.
see it on XM Radio. Do it right. XM
Now,
satellite.
if you
We
want
can
to see what my stomach looks like, watch Boogie Nights, and when Philip Seymour Hoffman is crying in his half shirt, that's what I look like without his shirt. There's no way I'm lifting up my shirt and showing my fat stomach.
Well, we already see the crack of your ass from the back. You might as well show your
It
stomach.
really is bad.
And I don't know which one of them looks worse.
Well, the other thing about Jimmy, you notice he has no hair on his arms?
I have
nothing.
no
Look,
hair.
It's
I
so
don't-
wispy.
I don't either.
Yeah, but touch his. It's
Look,
really
feel his hair. It's so wispy.
You know, I knew I was with some freaks when I first come up on the stage.
so stupid. I love it. It's the stupidest thing. Steve, do you got that on video? We'll get that on video for the fine folks.
That's kind of like, I
at home.
was on the airplane last night when I was flying here last night. A lady told me since I was in my earlier life I was a German Shepherd. And a lady came from Coach to tell me she wanted to talk to me. She told me in my earlier life I was a German Shepherd. Can you believe that? And I said, you can go back in the back now. I don't need it. She said, let me talk to you for a second. She said, you've got a brother. He travels all over the world. Nobody knows where he is. And I said, that's true. He plays golf. Nobody knows where he is. He said, in your earlier life, she said, you were a German Shepherd, and you got killed in the war, you and your sergeant. And I can prove it to you because you got 2 knots in the back of your neck, and the dogs only have 2 knots in the back of the neck. And I put my hand back there, and I do. And put your hands back there, right back. You feel the 2 knots. Come on. Put your hands back there.
Man, I'm in for something.
No, so you got to jump. I thought I'd get a jump, you know. That's stupid, huh?
Yeah, that is stupid.
It was pretty dumb. It was pretty awful.
Sometimes you do stupid things on radio, don't you?
You had a lot of confidence in
Nothing
it.
better than a sight gag on radio.
They heard the bark. Everything I do on radio,
course they heard the bark.
You can see it. That's another thing I'll be thinking about, too.
What else is in the Michael Jackson thing? We're going
Yeah,
off
we
on
never.
tangents
I know
here.
we're all over the place.
Just think if Michael Jackson goes to jail, he has to sing all those songs. The
Jackson-
girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine.
Yeah, well,
Can
I
you
don't think
feel
that.
it?
I
Can
don't
you
think
feel
that
it?
guy is
Can
gonna.
you feel it?
I don't think he's gonna make it through prison that long.
you don't
And it
think
really
so?
looks like some of this stuff he could go.
I bet you $5 Michael Jackson doesn't go to jail.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I bet he doesn't.
We're
go.
in Vegas. $5. Ooh, stop me.
What's the odds, right?
Jackson allegedly has. They're saying because this stuff ended up on Smoking Gun, so it's, I guess, testimony from one of his victims. They say he has splotches on his buttocks and penis.
They said that already. Yes.
Yeah, but they're also saying
I know that for a fact.
The one-time accuser also told cops
when I was a kid, I used to go over there.
he can pinpoint the location of the splotches on Jackson's erect penis, its length, and circumcision. So now this seems to be stuff that you can't just make up.
You're a little weird too. You read the whole story, didn't you? You like to get to the
I
nasty
read it
part.
all, didn't I? Yes, I did.
We have to be informed, George, for the radio show.
Well, did you see how he enunciated erect?
Erect. And Michael said, masturbation is a wonderful thing to the child.
Yes.
In 93.
Doesn't he say between a man and a child?
Yes, between a man and a child. He said it's natural. It's a natural act.
Well, you know what? I shouldn't say this, but anytime you're caught with a kid, I don't think you should have kids. I wouldn't want kids around me anymore just because.
But he keeps doing it.
He keeps doing it. That's what I'm saying. That's wrong. That's
being
wrong.
around these kids, and parents keep sending them to these parties.
That's why you
keep
need to
sending
lock
these
up the
big
parents.
parties. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? with your
Lock up the parents. I said
They
lock up the
should
parents.
take these kids away if they're taking them to this Neverland Ranch.
Well, I don't fault the kids. I fault the parents completely.
I fault Michael
Would you take your
Jackson.
kids over there?
Hell no.
I fault Michael Jackson,
Thank you
and
so
he
much,
should go to
kids.
prison.
Thank you so
You
much.
can find you one.
We don't have kids, George. Look at us.
No kids.
You don't have kids either?
No, I hate kids.
We're all freaks up here. None of us have kids.
What? Oh, you don't have any kids?
No, but I'm a member of the Half Mile High Club.
Half Mile High Club?
Uh-oh, what's that?
Well, Mile High.
Mile High is with somebody.
It's sex on an
When you're by
airplane.
yourself. It's like,
Oh, did you crank one out on an airplane?
We got. You think that's turbulence on the plane when you fly with me?
Jesus.
And I guarantee you, I'm not the only one. Look at all these weird freaks out here looking at us.
I don't know.
I guarantee you, half of them are members of the Half Mile High Club, and you've done it too. You've done it.
I have
Not
never
on a
done that
plane.
on a plane.
Well, you should try.
That
That's a good-
seems to be difficult, especially in coach, if you're next to people.
You don't do it in your seat, idiot.
Where do you do it?
Probably the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Or the cockpit.
Hey, George, like
You
that.
do
With
it in
some
the
sick
bathroom?
People, this is XM. Yeah, of course you do it.
How quickly, though? Because if you're in there too long, people get a little impatient.
It's okay. They can wait.
They can wait.
They can wait.
And you
know?
finish up, and then you got to use that
lot of-
stupid sink that don't work to wash
Yeah, a lot
your
of napkins
hands.
in there, a lot of things in there. You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm sure Kobe Bryant wished he had done that. You know what I tell him all the
Okay.
time? Kobe, you know, room service still. First of all, room service still going to be hell for Kobe. You know that, right? He goes to any hotel in the world. He's gonna, you know, I call down. I like a bottle of champagne and T-bone steaks. Sir, we think you better come out here and pick that up yourself. You know.
Good. I
And he's got to do what I do. I told him personally, do what I do. Stick with the lotion.
And just be with yourself.
Stick with the lotion. You know, hotels know who their number one customers are. Single businessmen, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed how conveniently they place the box of tissue next to the lotion?
A lot of tissues and a lot of lotion in the hotel bathrooms. Sure.
You should know.
Well,
it doesn't have to stay in the bathroom. You can take it where you want to take it.
You can go out into your room. It doesn't matter. You can open the windows.
Lotion stinks. I bring Eros. It's a big black bottle of lubricant, which would work on an engine. It's phenomenal stuff.
Dice turned us on to that.
Dice turned us on to
Is it kind of like
Sounds a little weird, but
is it kind of like Mobile One? You can go here, and
yes.
you can go back, you can go here, you can go back.
Greatest stuff ever. I don't like lotion at all. If it has aloe in it, it's painful. The aloe causes
painful.
I never heard about that.
Burns.
How long are you cranking this where you need a lubrication like an engine?
I'll isolate for hours, just kind of looking at my computer screen, tweaking my nipple, and just being alone. It's disgusting.
And you're a freak. You know that?
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't that conjure up an image?
You know, everybody, they're taking notes out there.
They're horrified. It's true. They're horrified with what he has to say today.
I'm horrified.
Oh, this is great. We don't have any commercials on XM.
No, we just.
There's a couple every now and then we throw in.
This is nice though to come here, and you guys have a wonderful job here on XM Satellite.
It's
and we're nationwide. Good morning to some people and good afternoon to others. How about that?
We don't know what time it is.
Well, it's 11 o'clock, 11:55 on the West Coast.
We just know in like 4 minutes we get to start gambling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game here?
We're gonna probably do a little blackjack.
We should all hook up at a table.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You don't gamble, though, you said.
No, but I like to have fun when I go with friends. You know, I play craps.
Yeah, with friends, you probably. Oh, craps?
Yeah.
I never get that game. You just see, there are people there yelling out things I don't even understand.
It doesn't matter which game you play, craps, blackjack. You put your money on the table, they pick it up. It doesn't matter.
You never left ahead.
Yeah, I leave ahead a lot, but I don't gamble. I've been here for years, and you cannot win. I don't care if you win $100,000. You cannot win in Las Vegas. If you ever walk across me, and some guy just walked across me,
that's
Martini Steve. Off the stage. He's a big
Did you feel hot?
Don't worry about it. He's not as big as he says.
Is that right? You know him well, don't you?
Yeah, he's one of our guys.
He just can't go that way because of the wires.
In any case, you just have fun gambling. Make sure you have fun. That's all you do while you're in Las Vegas. Make sure you have a good time.
I hear people that work here don't gamble. A lot of people that work here don't because it turn into a problem.
Sure, it will become a problem.
You just give your money back to your boss.
What do the locals do here? They're not gambling.
What do they do here for fun?
Well, they go.
I'm serious.
They come in to retire for the weather. And you know what the weather's like here, right? It's nice today, even though it's snowing today and raining. But weather. You come here and... What? Yeah, they have weather here.
Oh, okay.
You come here in July and August. You're not going to believe this. It's 116 degrees at midnight.
That's crazy.
And the people are just, I think it's working with just doing something to their mind because it's stupid here. I mean, all the entertainers got their plastic surgery, and they're melting away like you won't believe. And
there's no reason to leave.
Yeah, you're walking down the street, you step in some vanilla ice cream, you look down, you're walking on Joan Rivers, you never know what the hell's going on. That's my little plastic surgery joke. Okay?
There's no reason to leave the hotels.
But the people that live here, they have a good time. They retire here. They can come. They can see shows. And that's why this is the fastest growing city in America right now. Because you can eat dinner here. If you want, you can have breakfast for $2, $1.99. You can have cheap dinners here.
I see the places outside of the big, casino resort areas where in the gas station, it says gas and video poker.
You can go in the gas station and play video poker.
Yeah, why? How bad is it?
That's our 2-minute warning.
That's our 2-minute warning.
Sorry. Why would you play at the gas station? When there are beautiful casinos everywhere, why are you then going to play in the gas station?
These people are hooked, man. Not only the gas stations, in the grocery stores here. You go to grocery stores, they got video machines.
What about the airport?
Well, that's
right off the plane.
You already lost all your money, and you're waiting for your flight, and you're continuing to throw.
What a different set of people. When you get to the airport, your plane lands, you go to your gate, and then you get off your plane. The people coming off are all smiling, and you look at the people sitting in the seats waiting to get on the plane. Just a bunch of miserable
Well, first
bastards.
of all, you're already pissed when you're at the airport because they go through you. They're making me take my shoes off, I just paid $500 for these shoes. You think I'm going to blow them up? It makes me sick when you get out there. And they're going through my luggage. You know what I start doing? I start putting my dirty drawers right on top. You want to go to this? Wait till you get a whiff of this. I got the bomb for your ass. Wait, just open that up.
That's toxic waste on the plane isn't allowed.
And you should do that. You know how you're on the. Oh my God.
All right, we got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here. It's time to go.
You guys, let's hear it for George Wallace.
Thank you so much. Opie and Anthony, right here at XM Satellite Radio all over America. Thank you so much. Something good is going to happen to you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And we're done for today. That was easy.
That's George Wallace. We're off at the Flamingo, 10 o'clock.
That's right.
And tomorrow, I guess we're going to be at the porn convention, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Going to the porn convention.
Nice.
I think tomorrow's going to be a different show, Anthony.
Just a little.
We're kind of showcasing here for the CES. We're under our best behavior.
Our last hour, we kind of blew it with the Playboy girls and stuff. The language got a little saucy.
Well, you knew it was going to happen.
I know.
We do our best, but
tomorrow, C-word.
Yep. C-word?
I'm teasing it. Tomorrow, C-word tomorrow.
That's cash. That got to be cash. It's not cash.
We're in Vegas. It could be cash.
Could be cash.
Yeah. Could be country.
Could be country.
Gotcha.
You can take Salem out of the country. But...
All right, with that, we're out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Program complete.
She was really crying yesterday, though.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad.
I just felt odd that she's crying that hard, and I had an erection.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the O&A virus.